Gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long range.
P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.
Welcome, everybody, to the Aussie Suns Fans podcast. I am your host, Gavin, and we have the full crew here today. And first up, before we even start, Nate, I apologise. I just cut you off in the back room. I noticed you were still talking, and then I cut you off. Okay. Sorry, buddy.
Used to it.
It wasn't good of me. It wasn't good of me. How you doing anyway, pal? How's sunny Singapore going? 2 weeks to go, and I'll be over there with you.
Can't wait, brother. Can't wait. And as usual, it's fucking hot. I've got 2 fans and both air conditioners still running. Oh, just for some comparison, the electricity bill over here, fucking ridiculous. It went to all the cost of living shit in Australia, but my bill in Australia was $350 a quarter. Here it's $250 a month. It's insane.
Damn.
Yeah.
Not one person in a 1-bedroom apartment.
It is generally pretty expensive over there in old Singapore, though. Everything that you actually want is expensive. Anything you don't want, you can get for nothing.
Everything you want is on the other side of hard. Wise man
to it. Everything that I want. Everything that I want, Boyd, is on the other side of don't ever wear NRL fucking gear on a Suns podcast again.
Eat my ass, mate. All you can eat.
So you come onto a Suns Aussie Fans podcast and you're wearing nothing Suns, but you're wearing that Roosters shit. No wonder they called them the Roosters, mate, because they're just a fucking piece of shit animal that you eat.
Andy served you up some eat ass for lunch. So
Roosters beat the Sharkies 13-12 for anyone that's wondering out there.
And see that this is a perfect example for, especially for our US fans, about why NRL is a soft sport. They turn the name of a strong animal, the shark, into Sharkies.
Sharkies.
Hang on, did you say 13-12? So they scored
13-12.
So they scored 3 times in an entire game. The people that
probably didn't. They were mostly probably just field goals.
2 tries and a field goal, mate. Come on, and it's the hardest brand of footy.
2 converted
in the
tries.
Entire world, if not universe. Fucking telling you, mate. Heard it here.
Welcome, Cheesy.
Soft as butter, weak as piss, typical soft-ass sport that turns strong things into Sharkies. Hammo, how you going, my friend?
Cheesy McShuttle nuts. I love that guy.
Cheesy.
You hated him a week ago, you fucking moron.
Oh, he's probably a cock, but I like his name.
How you going, Hammo?
Yeah, good, man. Doing really good, thank you. Been up for an early meeting this morning with some guys, getting shit ready. But feeling nice and loose at the moment, feeling excited. It's a beautiful day outside, so let's have some fun.
It's time appropriate.
Yeah, don't talk about feeling loose in front of Boyd too much and his NRL friends. That's music to their ears. Boyd does love cock. That's his favourite. What a start to the show. We can tell we're back into afternoon potting here in Australia, which means we can drink beer while we're potting. I feel like our previous pods have been a bit boring because we've had to be sober because it's way too early in the morning. But we're back on the beers. This should be fucking hilarious. Looking forward to it. It's still the morning in Singapore. Oh, no, you've just gone afternoon in Singapore, haven't you?
Yep.
Cheers, guys.
It's the PM.
I love it. That's great. Get into the beers, except for Boyd, who's drinking coffee because he had a non-alcoholic shotgun last night. So it's been way too much of a...
Put the video up. I fucking smashed that cunt down in fucking 1.5 seconds.
It was non-alcoholic. Of course you fucking smashed it down.
I told you, I tipped a non-alcoholic beer out of it and filled it up with watered down water. distilled water.
if you're here and you're watching us, click the like button, click subscribe, do all that sort of fun stuff. Throw us a comment in so that it's just not Boyd's I'm reading every week. But we've got to continue to push those. Got to continue to push those numbers up. And it looks like the latest start is working for our chat as well, because my God, there is some comments coming out right now. I saw the drink semen quicker. I saw some drink semen quicker, and my God. Anyway,
it's going to be a good one. It's going to be fun.
5 minutes in.
All that sort of shit.
The amount of dribbled shit in 5 minutes. This is great.
I know. We're out of control. If you don't click like and subscribe, you're over the last couple of weeks, we've told you your flog of the week. We're going to go all Aussie style on this right now. If you don't click like and you don't click subscribe, you're a cunt.
Oh, there it is.
And we will find you and we will eat your ass. We'll fucking do it. Hey, pull up Fallen Founders comment, because I want to know whose mummy smashed. That's fucking grotty.
It didn't narrow it down, did it?
God, I hope you've had some sleep since this morning, Jake. Fucking hell.
Fallen found out whose mum did you smash.
We're gonna have an all-in brawl on his mum, and not MOM.
Well, it won't be
mum.
It won't be you, mate, because you're too tight to fly to the US.
It'll be an all-in brawl.
What's this all-out brawl? So I got into an argument, or not an argument, a debate this morning with some of our US friends about the use of all-in brawl. Now, honestly, our friends in the US, some of you online, you guys call it an all-out brawl. If you're all out, how's it a brawl? You've all gone home.
Yeah.
It's an all-in brawl. Everybody's in. It's a brawl that everyone's in.
I'm out. I'm in the all-out brawl.
Come on.
To be fair, I think I use both.
Yeah, but you're an Australian. We've already established this over the last couple of weeks. No Vegemite.
And the most westernized Australian you've ever seen.
You're basically from China.
Hey, Cheesy McShuttle Nuts is from Canada. Explains a lot.
That way, it's been a long day.
I don't know. Anyway, Devin Booker's shoes. Devin Booker's shoes have been released this week. I'm going to throw them up. Let us know what your thoughts are. Are you in? Are you out? Are you going to cop these shoes? I'm going to cop them because they're Devin Booker's shoes anyway. It's like 2K last year when we spoke about whether or not we buy. But this is the talk around the black shoes. This is the orange shoes. Boyd, I could see you running around in those orange kicks. What are your thoughts, mate? Are you in or out on the books?
Look, here's the thing. I'm 1,000% in, only because I run around in fucking $25 spend less kicks when that's how sneaker headery that I am, a sneaker head.
Oh, we've already established that you're a tight ass. We've got that.
Yeah.
We know that you will be all in on the books as long as they're knockoff pairs from China that you can get for $15.
Or my sugar daddy in Melbourne buys me one.
That's a whole different conversation.
If he's feeling extra generous, he might buy me two, one for each foot.
No, so you're all in on them? You're all in on them?
Look,
you love them?
No, in comparison to a lot of the other ones that I've seen, they look a bit plain or simple. But in saying that, I think that they would probably be really comfy and good for my soles and all that sort of stuff. And I'd love a pair. I'd rock them just because they had book on them.
Joel, we don't get Temu here in Australia. Well, let's get betting. Nate, what's your thoughts on the books?
Mate, I got to say, when I first saw them, I only saw the orange ones. And I don't think they look like good actual basketball shoes, like for playing in, but they look like wicked street shoes. I would literally buy them and I would even wear the orange ones around with whatever the fuck I'm wearing, because who cares? I mean, I already did that with a pair of Asics.
I don't know.
so-
I think they're sort of almost they're basketball
I don't-
shoes, but
I don't
almost
like
a
that,
mid throwback. It's a mid
if you-
throwback to the early Jordans.
Drop that picture. That one looks a little light on. Like this one looks a lot more
Well,
vibrant
send me the damn picture. Fuck yeah.
for all the dogs. It just
Send
looks
me
more
the picture.
vibrant. I like that.
Just you could just send me the picture and I can put it up. These are the blacks. Now I know Hammo, you were out on the black ones when we put this photo up initially, but
Yes.
Oh, no.
what's your thoughts now? You've had more chance to have a look. What are your thoughts now on the books?
Look, I'm not a huge sneakerhead, but I do like shoes. I definitely do.
Well, yeah, we all like shoes. We
No,
need to wear
like
them.
I like the basketball. I got a nice pair of
Oh,
KD Elites. I got a nice pair of Air Max Phoenix Suns inspired. Got a couple of pairs of low Jordans and Air Force Ones. And in one of the chats, I mean, one of our members, Rob Mari, has just gone sneaker crazy over the last year, dude. So we're learning a lot off him. I reckon he's up to at least 200 pair by now. He's just gone fucking
Jesus
nuts.
Christ.
He's
got one pair
gone
of Jordans.
just fucking ridiculous on fucking Jordans. I still don't like the black ones. I like what you said though about how they look casual, like you could roll straight off the court and straight into the, maybe not the club, but hanging out in them.
Street shoes.
I'm not a huge fan of the black, but I'm definitely down for those orange ones. Honestly, I hadn't seen them before just now, and they're pretty fire, man. I like my colours, so
You're a colour man.
I'd probably cop a pair of those orange ones, man. And
But
Joanna
they all
Lee,
look
Miss
sweet.
Banger in the chat, she said she liked them. So guess what? Now I can buy them, bitch. Gave me permission.
To anyone that's bought the burnt orange Booker MVP jersey, the special release, because I've seen a lot of people pick that up now. Those kicks are going to go great with that.
Hell yeah, man. And the old
bit of color coordination. I like it.
That's it, man.
The orange one we were rocking in the bubble, like your Baines jersey, Nate. They go all right with them too.
Yeah, except I don't like wearing it in public too much anymore.
Hey man, I got the same, but it's an Ubre one, so we're in the same
we
boat.
go.
Shit, yeah, okay, yeah. I'd still rather wear a Baines jersey than an Ubre. Sorry.
These are the orange. I'm a 45-year-old father of four. Orange shoes are stupid, and you have to be able to play if you actually want to buy a pair like that. I'm all for the black and gold. Even I think it was mentioned before by Joel. There's a version of black on black as well. The thing I love about these shoes.
One of each. There you go. There's your answer. One of
there
each.
You go. The thing I love about these shoes is, and you brought it up, Nate. I think streetwear wise, it's great, but you can also wear them on a court. So there's going to be a bit of cross.
You got to hold them before you can make that call. But it's just pictures. Well, you got to pick a shoe up before you know you can play in it.
That's probably true. I just bought a pair of Jordans, and they got me.
That's a damn good comment.
They got me
Fucking
thrown out.
Comment you just had put up there, man, from Geo.
None of
If
you
it was any other
play
color
basketball.
than the Goldie looking tick on it, it'd probably be a straight up yes. But that, I don't know, that beigey Goldie looking tick on it, man, I just don't like it.
Oh yes, cheesy, spot on. Buy two pairs and mix and match them.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, over here that
right
works.
there.
There's some crazy ass colored shit over here in Singapore and
One of
Asia.
the
They wear
orange-
some weird ass shit. So you could just mix and match those shoes and no one would even notice. They'd be like,
One
oh,
of
yeah,
the
that's cool.
orange, one of the black and gold, perfect. Hammo, apparently you need more black in your life.
Aren't you getting a spray tan? Just come on.
You're
we're
going
Maybe
It's
that's
gonna
a
be-
reference. You need to give your wife a little more black.
Yeah. There's going to be a conversation between Hammo and his wife on the show. She's just in the other room. Yep.
Hey,
crazy
To be
need
comments.
clear,
to
It's
to
like
be
to
clear,
have-
two things. No, she's not in the house at the moment.
okay.
And B, she's not my
at the-
wife. We've just
sorry.
been together
It's as
a
good as.
very long, it's over
It
15
tastes
and a
good
half
as.
years now.
Well, as Beyonce would say, if you like it, then you better put a ring on it, Hammo.
I did. She didn't like the way it felt.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Which ring did
Oh,
you put it in?
different kind of ring. That was the problem. My bad.
Anyway, moving on. This
Gav,
has been.
no, Gav, don't move
this
on.
has
I want to
been
backtrack on a comment. I want to backtrack
Oh,
on a comment.
Jesus. Okay, go ahead.
No, I made a comment that I hate Jordans. I actually love the Jordan shoes. They just don't fit my feet because always the Nikes, Jordans always have this curve on the toe. So like they've got this rounded foot, whereas Under Armour, the base of their shoes are always straight on a general principle. So I'm hoping that these books aren't. They're more like the street Nikes or Air Force Ones. I think were more straight.
They look a bit.
Whereas the Jordans were like. So I hope they're not shaped like the Jordans.
So to me, this looks a bit more shaped straight shoe, right?
Yeah.
Rather than the basketball shoe. So
Yeah, I'm
It
just
kind of looks half
itself.
and half that toe,
like
halfway between like a sneaker.
it's almost skater boy.
That's why I said you got to
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
a shoe.
It does
You
look
gotta hold
like
it in your hand.
skate shoes, man. Does look
Yeah.
like a pair of globes or something from back in the day.
All right, secondary. I've got to keep this moving because we've
Thank
already wasted
fucking
15
God.
minutes on shit.
Just
The
'cause you
Suns
can't
already
afford to buy
also
the shoes.
the Suns also released two of the courts they will be using this year, the core court and the statement court. Just want to get your feeling on these two. So this is the core court that the Suns will be using this year. Boyd, what's your thoughts on that?
Looks exactly the same as fucking about 5 or 6 different fucking renditions I've seen in the past.
I don't reckon it does. We got the Sunburst there.
No,
The Sunburst
fucking-
hasn't been on the court.
Hasn't? Oh, maybe I'm just getting it mixed up with the one, the one I play on in 2K in my custom thing. I don't fucking care that much, man. I couldn't tell you what they were playing on last year. I just don't fucking look at that. I watched the game. Cock.
Look, I love this. The fact that Sunburst plays center part of this, and I particularly like the fact that the paint is purple and not orange.
Yeah.
Oh, me too. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love the purple. That's great. Hammo, thoughts on the core court for this year?
Yeah, I dig it, man. I'm sort of the same thing. I can't remember what last year's court or the court before looked like, but it's pretty damn cool, man. The best court I've seen in a while was the Valley Court, but to have this as a go-to, like an all the time kind of thing, I dig it totally.
Totally.
Yeah, I love it. As a core
Totally.
court, this is awesome. And just for Boyd's benefit, I can't wait to see it when I'm in Phoenix in December and January.
Can't wait. Oh, can't wait. Can't wait.
There's the drop.
This
He was
is
looking
the-
for that moment.
The Statement Edition court. Thoughts, Boyd?
Oh, fucking gets me going this one, I tell you.
It's the same fucking court with a different logo. For fuck's sake.
Wow, tell you what, PH and X. I wonder what it stands for. Oh, fucking hell.
PHX.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
PH and the X. And yeah, I love it, man. Can't wait. Great. Next.
Next.
What a
Mate,
Suns
when-
fan he is.
Can
Mate,
we just talk about Luka Donkey for a bit? Something exciting
Why?
like this.
Why?
God. I don't know. But we're talking about
So
another conference.
Luka Doncic is exciting, is he?
Oh, very, very exciting. Aren't we
Okay.
talking about him in the standings today in the fucking division?
No,
No.
completely wrong division.
Can you
Ah,
imagine
well,
though, if you're the staff that have to wheel the court out and put the court down every time there's a game, and you wheel out the other court, then you wheel this one out, and you look at it and you think, it's the same fucking court. Why is it at a different pile? Like that logo, like what's the fucking point?
Oh, I was thinking the same thing, Nate. Oh my god.
Our
I'm
statement,
with
the
both of yous,
statement
man.
court last time with the different colors and the different logo that we've seemed to have adopted thanks to Gavin Voider and our logo was center court. It was different. It made you actually want to look at the uniform was coded to the court. This doesn't code any of the uniforms to the court. It's just we changed the center court logo.
Absolute
Boring as fuck.
travesty.
It's fucking pointless. And even if it didn't look exactly the same as the other one, it's still a horrible looking court. It just doesn't suit. You got to change that up, man. Like put some of the lighter colors from the trimming around the jersey, splash that in around the court side or something like that. But that looks piss poor, man. It looks like something a kit'd make. Really
And
don't.
for anyone watching this on a shit TV, Gav has left this image up for so long, you're going to get some screen burn. Apologies, because this shit visual is going to be in the back of your TV now for the next week.
Fucking hell. No one's
Jesus
saying,
Christ.
No one's saying today. Nate's fucking bringing the daggers out. I just, I can't stop looking at it myself. It fucking excites me. Love it.
I think this comment's about right. The statement jersey, it's to go with the statement edition. They probably could have gone back with the orange key and rolled out the purple PHNX in the middle of the court.
Yeah, dude, it's just shit.
Or they might as well have kept the Valley court for this jersey.
Hell yes.
That's what they could have done. Fabulous. I don't know what Nate's doing, but there's a bit of noise going on there.
Oh, well, you're
Next
always
one.
tinkling in your esky for fresh beers, so I thought I'd just grab some ice and top my whiskey up.
Next one, the drop for this jersey replaces the Valley jersey. It dropped, or hints of this drop this week. This is apparently what it looks like. What's your thoughts, gents, on this jersey? Is it fire? Is it shit?
You know what? At least it's different.
Let's start with Nate. Yeah, okay. Nate, go.
I'm sorry, just jumping in, like straight up. When I first saw this drop, I was like, I believe, because everyone was like, "Oh, is this real?" I'm like, you know what? I believe it. This is real. I like the color change in the numbers. They've kind of moved the color change from the top of the jersey into the number. I don't not like it at all. I like the way they've kept the turquoise in there. It's different, and it's not bad. So yes.
Hammo?
I don't know, bro. I know Devin Booker was heavy, from everything I understand from the socials and the people involved, that Devin Booker was heavily involved in influencing the style and colorways of this jersey. I'm just not feeling it, bro. I really want to because of the whole Booker inspiration thing. But then again, I was totally wrong on them turquoise ones we had last year. So maybe I'll warm up. But for now, dude, I'm just not feeling it. Just not.
Boyd.
Like, how do you even fucking pronounce it? Is it just
Valley?
Valley? It is our Valley. It's just.
It's fucking Latin. it's the Lost
No,
Suns edition.
it'd be Spanish. It wouldn't be Latin.
Spanish. Okay, so I'm naive. I can barely speak any fucking of the Asian dialects over here. I'm still trying, so I've got to learn like 6
I'm still
different
learning
introductions
English,
before I
bro.
go to a hospital.
Boyd?
Okay, so I think it's really,
Hang on a
really.
minute. You just asked the guy wearing a Roosters jersey what he thinks of this.
Thanks, Joe.
I think it's a really pretty jersey. I love it, and you know what? My two favorite things about it. You look at KD. He looks so happy in it, and if it makes KD happy, it makes me happy. Booker looks focused and driven, and if that's the way it's going to make him feel when he's wearing it, I like it. Everything points towards me probably buying one from China.
Oh, Gav, off air, you were talking about my cum rag because I have a little back support thing behind me here. That comment there with Boyd is just gold.
Did you see it, Boyd, while you were ranting?
No.
If that jersey was a dude, Boyd would fucking.
A fucking cheesy McShuttle nuts. He might be a cockhead, but I fucking, there's a few cockheads out there I get down with. I love cheesy McShuttle nuts. He's Canadian. I'm visualizing cheesy McShuttle nuts with one of them flappy fucking South Park Canadian heads.
The closer we get to the 100th episode, the more back to our roots we get. It was just drunken fucking Aussies on tour.
Yeah, we'll touch on that later. I love those jerseys. I think they're great. They've incorporated a couple of the past jerseys. I think they're going to look fire out in the court. The more I see them, the more I like them. So I'm looking forward to that.
I don't dislike the fact that they're not going to have burn from like the one you're wearing now, Hammo. Especially in white. you can see that they've just whacked the Suns over that print. And I've said it before, and you can see the sunburst lines through the word Suns. At least these Elvaye ones aren't going to have the burn through whatever's on top.
Is that correct, Joel? Elvaye? Is that how we're saying it? Get back to us in the comments, please.
That's what it looks
Don't
like.
listen to Joel. Joel's a fucking half-wit. He wouldn't know he's
No.
fucking... He's fucking...
Is
Joel
that 'cause
made
you
a
don't
comment
know, Bob?
after my rant about the the Jordan shoes. He's gone, oh, Nate must have fucking troll feet. He's not fucking wrong. That's why I like the Under Armour shoes. They fit my troll feet a lot better.
The Nike
why-
KDs, man,
why-
are the best shoes I've ever worn on the court. KD.
It's why Steps signed with Under Armour.
The very first Adidas Kobe's, they were the fucking bomb. They were the best shoes I've ever played in.
I like this, man. It's different
Adidas
different
Kobe.
topics. I like
I
this.
like
Mixing it up.
how all you cunts think you can fucking play. You fucking
I like
You
it.
fucking
I
damn
like it.
dickhead.
I like it. Do you know what I like? I like Boyd's face when everyone's talking about $150 shoes and he's buying KT 26s from Target.
What's that other? Is it not Price Attack because that's a hair place? What's the other? Is it Priceline or no? It's a
Payless?
Spend less. Spend less.
Spend less. There he is.
Spend
There's your
less.
favorite shoe shop.
Oh yeah, I got right just over to my right there. I got about fucking 40 pairs of shoes for this fucking household right there, and it's a fucking mess. And there's a lot of
How
money.
many
worth
of them? How many of them are KT 26s? Because they are the bomb.
Let's get this straight. The KT 26s are the upper grade.
The goat shoe. The
I get
goat.
the cheap. I get the.
They are
fucking
the goat. Oh, you're under the KT 26s.
No,
You buy the KT 12s.
So
He does have a
KT
point,
reference
though.
to Kmart.
When I got those Nike Air Max Suns edition ones, got them for me. I think it was my 35th, and the very first night I dropped my cigarette and burned a hole in it. $250 straight down the drain.
Fuck.
That's why.
can't have
That's
too much
why
money.
people. You got to give up smoking. 2K24 drop
Fucking A.
happened this week. Nate, you're our resident 2K24 man. What's been your go-to so far? Are you going through my career? Are you already part of the Suns? What's the story with 2K24? Give us a wrap up. Is it worth buying?
Fucking oath. It is better. It's harder. It's way harder. There's way more limitations so that people can't just goat out, and they control badge progression so you can't just become a 99 overall overnight. Like you've got to go through it.
badge progression.
Thank
Yeah,
fuck.
you can't
So that
apply-
means
you
the rec, is the rec more balanced then?
I think it will be.
Yeah,
I think it will, depending on how long. Like, because if you spend enough hours on it, you can ramp up pretty quick. But the first thing I did when I logged in, because fortunately my PlayStation's still on regional Australia, so I got it at 10 p.m. here in Singapore before the midnight. Everyone else was a midnight drop, so I was already on it. And I just went through all the Mamba moments, and I also like the fact that if the Jordan thing in last season, you had to actually complete the goal objectives to progress. The Mamba moments you don't. You just have to hit a certain level of the goal achievements and you progress. So you actually get to go through all the Mamba experiences. And the getting into my career, the actual player build is hard to get right. And I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I played around for maybe 3.5 hours to get the build right. So you got to know exactly what build you want going in.
What's your go-to?
I went to a 6'3", 187-pound point guard.
Is that because
Obviously-
you're 5
obviously-
foot? Is that because you're 5'2"?
Yes, well, obviously. Normally, I like to, because you don't know where the my player story is going to go, right? So if you're going to sit on this thing for hours, like every, I'd say day, but you want to actually end up on the Suns. You don't know if you're going to have to go through a draft process. You don't know what team you're going to end up on. So I thought, the Suns don't have a point guard, so I'm just going to design whatever the best point guard I can, so I at least get to play with this team that we're so excited
and not
about.
take away minutes from the
Enjoy it.
players that you want on the court.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
They also
I
don't have a power forward.
Sure, Gav. So I was trying to get the best build there, and all the videos were saying you've got to be so careful because the badges change with height, with wingspan. I think I got a 6'8" wingspan, but everything shuttles around. But what you don't know is once you get into it, all those badges are activated as your attributes go up, but you actually have to utilize the badges for them to actually serve you any benefit. Just because the badge has been applied because you achieve the attribute doesn't mean you get the benefit of the badge. You've actually got to make the play or hit the shot on the right part of the court that activates the badge in order for it to move up on a scale. So it automatically moves up from like a bronze up to a silver. No, it's not been done before.
That before.
Completely different. Yeah. But
so
the biggest,
is it right
thing
this year
that the biggest thing is
right
pro
this year, though? Is it right this year though that if you go through the My Career piece, you actually get drafted high and almost
there is no draft
into a starting lineup?
Yeah, yes, there's no draft.
Yeah.
So the My Career thing, there's no draft. You're just counted as the next GOAT. And what they do is they pin you against all the upcoming GOATs. So Wembanyama is your first comparison. And there's like this other podcast that puts you in a tier of like there's 5 tiers of progressing to GOAT level. And it gives you your next person you need to overtake as moving up the GOAT ladder. So they pay notice to Wembanyama and Scoot and whatever. They don't actually tell you what position you're drafted, but yes, you go straight in the starting lineup.
Yeah, okay. So that's a significant change on previous 2
significant change. And the whole My Player story is different. There's far less scripted story. So far, the only script part I've had is like the first 2 games. And your dad's name is Prince. I actually, it's funny as you'll appreciate this fucker. I named my brother. I learned last year. I wanted Charles on the back of my jersey because my middle name's Charles, and of course Charles Barkley, right? And I called myself Charles King, thinking I just fucked it up anyway. So this year I put Prince Charles because now he's King Charles, but I don't fucking care about that. So I'm like Prince Charles. So Charles now appears in the back of my jersey. And my first name is Prince. You get the storyline. Your dad's name, who's an ex-NBA player, is Prince. So you keep getting this whole reference back to your dad's name is Prince. My player's name is Prince.
So you're Prince Junior.
I'm Prince. Well, I'm just Prince Charles, but apparently by the game I'm or whatever. Good question, Josh Okogie. Josh Okogie is the fifth starter. Josh Okogie is the applied 5th starter. As you move in with my point guard build, they actually bump Bill to the bench and put Josh Okogie into the small forward. But I got to say, the best thing about 2K is definitely the pro play that they keep talking about. The actual gameplay is completely different. It's not staggered. It's completely fluent. It's faster. It's very different.
Telling someone.
It just the whole actual gameplay is smoother. So anyone that's thinking about getting it, if you've played any other previous version, just get it. Even it doesn't matter what version you get, just get the cheapest version for people like Boyd that you can find, and just play that version. Just so you can experience the change.
Off the back of that, Boyd's got money. He just won't spend it. That's the difference. He's fucking loaded, mate.
To everyone that doesn't understand our humor, all we do is put shit in each other because we can, right? We shit on each other because it's fun. We do it constantly. It's a roundabout. I feel like we need to remind people every now and again. We don't hate Boyd. We don't actually think he's a cheap person that just spits out babies every week.
No, I do.
We don't hate Hammo. We just put a lot of shit on him because he's fucked with math. We just, So that's the only reason I put shit on Boyd.
So I lost my spot. So worth getting, Nate. That's right. So for Australian fans that are watching this, a lot of people don't understand this. If you are interested in potentially buying 2K, do it, but buy the I think it's the Legend Edition.
The Kobe 25th edition, whatever.
Yeah,
the one that cost $250. It cost $250. Just buy that one.
The Anniversary Edition. You're right, Boyd.
Yeah.
Anniversary Edition. If you buy that, you actually get full league pass for the season, which means you get league pass and 2K. We effectively pay that much for league pass anyway out here in Australia, so you may as well get 2K, enjoy, whether you don't play it for a heap or whatever.
And you get 100,000 VC as well to kickstart your play.
That's it.
So,
you can have a bit of fun on 2K.
Although
you can have a bit of fun on 2K and you get league pass. So that's
100,000 VC in 2023. So if you bought the same edition in 23 last year, which I did, 100,000 VC when you first open up and you go into your attributes, you can basically get my player to an 85 overall with 100,000 VC. This
Oh,
year,
that's not
they're
bad.
robbing us.
That's a nice start.
Yeah, no, last year that's fine. This year, no, it's much fucking different.
Oh,
It costs
harder.
100.
Yeah.
It costs 180,000 VC to get your player to an 85 straight away. So I've already gone in and bought an extra package for another $75 just to start my season off the same way I did in 2023. So those fuckers know how to catch us. And what am I going to do? I'm like, this is all I wanted to do for like 72 hours. Like since 2K Day dropped, I have to go back to work tomorrow. That's all I was
My focus is for the guys out there watching this that are in Australia. My focus is get it because you get League Pass. Hey, mate.
Well, just for those who aren't familiar with League Pass, how it works is you get access to every single game, not just Phoenix Suns games. It's every single game, live or on demand. You get to choose your own commentary, so you could have home or away commentary, which is great. The last thing you want to hear is Mike Breen and that carrying on in like a Knicks game or something when the Suns are playing. You can still listen to our guys. You can watch any game on replay.
What have we got? K-Ray and Eddie Johnson.
Last season was K-Ray Eddie, yep. You've also got like the 24-hour NBA TV channel, which is just putting out content, old school stuff. There's a whole heap of hardwood classic games in that you can watch. So even if you're new to being either a Suns fan or a basketball fan, you don't know about the old days. It's kind of like a time vault as well. You can get in there, you can learn that. You can see the old games. They're terrible fucking quality, but you can see them, and you can see some of the guys that paved the way for the Phoenix Suns and other teams to be where they are today. So it's definitely a good thing to have people. It's definitely worth it, man.
It's worth pointing out the functionality of it changed last year when they moved over to Microsoft, though. So when Microsoft was hosting League Pass, there were a lot of bugs initially.
It had a lot of problems for probably 6 months.
I think they rectified it with all the extra content you're just talking about, throwing it in. Like, because seeing them pop up the 93 finals to watch on replay when the playoffs hit last year, and all of a sudden League Pass had the 93 finals up. It's like, fucking, this is magic for us four.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
And it's like most things nowadays too, guys. It's not limited to just your laptop or your smart TV. You can have it going on your phone while you're out and about. And there's an option to just listen to the audio as well. So for those of you who can't use your phone while you're working or whatever, you can still listen to the audio. So it's a must for a ball fan. It really is, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree. Cheesy, no, unfortunately, we still can't. Basically, outside of Arizona, we won't be able to access it. So even if it's free, but for Australians, honestly, League Pass it's absolutely worth every cent. And if you can get 2K while you're doing it, why not? It's a tough hit straight up at the start, but it's worthwhile. It really is, particularly come the back end of the year when everything starts to ramp up.
If you're a resubscriber to League Pass, you've only got a couple of weeks before that annual fee comes out of like 155. So may as well just get on top of it and get it for free and get the game.
Oh, actually, that's worth pointing out, Hammo. If you are getting League Pass with the anniversary edition, they've got a real fucked up way they did it last year, where it was a monthly renewal, but it was covered as a free monthly reset. So you might this season, probably anyone that's already got it from last season will know that you're getting emails now saying you're going to auto renew on a rollover period. So I'm just waiting for that email from NBA 2K to say, hey, there's no actual fee adjusted for the rollover, and you'll just as long as we've got your accurate email, it will just kick off again. So
see, for me, I'm not going to rush out and get 2K in time before the season starts. So I'm just going to renew my League Pass. But being able to check in at work, even watch it when you got the chance, and that it's incredible.
Aussie Suns Fans podcast sponsored by NBA League Pass.
And thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
Oh, yeah, Microsoft and 2K Sports.
All right, let's go into our Northwest, our Kanye division review.
What was this about? Yeah, I put this in the chat.
That's the name of his kid.
I put it in the chat. I answered it. Kanye's oldest child is called Northwest.
Fuck me dead. This fucking guy. This fucking guy.
So the Kanye division, Northwest,
Is he still going to go for president or what?
Northwest, the Kanye division.
Kanye.
Boyd,
Fuck
you're up
no.
first. Are you ready?
Steady, go.
You can't read it, can you?
I can't. Hang on, I'll
Okay.
try to change my screen. Hang on a second. Okay, I took the chat down off to the side, and voila, I can read it just. All right. So I have Denver, Oklahoma, Minnesota, Utah, and Portland. The status of these teams are worse, better, neutral, worse, worse. Did he sleep? He did.
Yeah.
I've got team MVPs set aside here. To the right, you'll see it on the screen. Nikola Jokic, Shea, Anthony Edwards, Larry Markkinen, and Scoot Henderson. Next. Any
Why do you
questions
think-
about my picks, guys?
Why do you think that the Nuggets have got worse?
What do I think they've gotten worse?
Yeah.
Because they lost Jeff Green. They lost Bruce Brown. I think that the league wakes up to Nikola Jokic in the way of the way that he's officiated, and also, you know, they're going to game plan for him much better, and just a mix of that officiating and him not getting fucking free reign to do the fuck he wants, and the league waking up and the team's actually adjusting for him better. I just don't think he's that same Jokic that he has been for the last couple of years.
So
Bucks
losing
didn't go
Green
back
and
to
Brown's
that either.
basically going to show Jokic's vulnerability on the court, and you think people are going to wake up to his game and work out how to.
I don't think losing them two players is going to make Jokic more vulnerable. Like I said, it's more so I think every couple of years when you see someone a certain style of play or a certain player dominating the league in ridiculous ways, there's some sort of a stance from an officiating standpoint that addresses it. And I think it's about time that happened for Jokic. You know, it happened with all the foul backing and all that sort of shit. It's happened in the past. You know, with James Harden became a lot less valuable because of it. Guys just weren't, they were contorting their bodies to draw fouls when driving, all that sort of shit. So the officiating
Bullshit. Shit basketball.
What's that?
Shit basketball.
What
Harden did to draw fouls was shit basketball.
Yeah, it was fucking. It was.
You'd
fucking
argue the
hard
same
to
for
watch.
Chris Paul.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, to be honest, yeah, the rip-through move. Yeah, absolutely. It was ugly as fuck. Appreciated it because it got us some games and got us some
You
players.
explain the rules.
It was a bullshit move. Did not like it. And they've adjusted the rules accordingly.
Oh, look out. We got royalty in the house, gentlemen.
So, Boyd, you
the Voider.
Mr. Voider, sir.
You had comments for each of these teams. I put it up. I gave you the chance to speak first, and you treated it like fucking shit. Did you not even open your file about the comments that you made about each of these teams? I mean, I know you eventually touched on Denver because Hammo challenged you. What about the rest of it?
All right, which one you want to talk about?
All of them. That's the point
All of them.
of a podcast.
All right. On to the next one. Oklahoma City Thunder. Young team.
I want to hear about this.
They're a young team. They got a couple of players who are a couple of years better through their development, you will say. So I think that they'll obviously be better.
So you've got them finishing with the same amount of wins. You've got them going up to second place in the division, and they're better.
The same,
But only with the same amount of wins.
Well, last year they had 40 wins.
Yeah.
Haven't I predicted 45?
No, you predicted 40, my friend.
No, it says our
No, he's
predicted
predicted 45. Last year was 40.
Oh, my
So he's-
apologies. My
he's got him
apologies. I'm
5
reading it
higher.
wrong. You got a free pass to shit on me for the rest of the episode, Boyd.
That's all right, mate. I can see it coming from all angles.
All right,
Minnesota. Now, Minnesota, I had some commentary on that too. Now, what I think is going to happen here is I think it's going to be that that alpha dog struggle still with Cat and Ant. Well, some people may not think it is a struggle, but I just feel like Cat sort of believes he has the keys to that franchise, but I think the franchise believes that Ant has the keys to that franchise, and I think there's a little bit of a struggle there, and I don't think it rolls out the way that the fan base wants it to. So I just 42 last year. They'll be slightly better just because they've got enough star power that it's going to be hard to falter. But in saying that, they're not going to reach the ceiling that they should reach. They've got a regressing big man, Rudy Gobert, an overpaid regressing big man, which I think is going to hurt him to a certain extent. It doesn't really work with him and Cat, I don't think.
I would have argued with you a little bit on that regressing overpaid comment until I saw him playing FIBA.
Oh, he's shooting threes. I got told last week that fucking the open training court fucking dumping threes doesn't count. So I wasn't going to bring that up.
You know that the threes in the FIBA World Cup are smaller than the NBA.
It's women's NBA. The women's NBA line.
Yeah, I do know that. On to Utah Jazz. 37 last year, 40 this year. Again, because they've just got a lot of guys who are just young and just have natural improvement year on year. They get a little bit more of their NBA bodies about them, and they've got another off season in the lab. Again,
what players? Fucking what players, Boyd?
Well, you look
who's going to progress? Because I can only give you one.
Hey, listen. Was it Walker? That's center.
Walker Kessler. He's the one that I'm watching. The one that I'm watching. What about the rest of them?
Colin Sexton.
Listen,
Linda. Colin Sexton.
You rate this motherfucker as a starting point guard.
He's got Colin Sexton on one of his fantasy teams.
No.
That's why.
No, I haven't. Now, Colin Sexton. Here's the thing. I thought that he actually looked all right. I think he needed that change of scenery from
absolutely he does. Just come off the bench and learn how to play basketball.
I think he needed that change of scenery from the Cavaliers, and I think Utah is the perfect place for him. So yeah, look, I just see. Look, he was highly touted when he first came into the league. Yeah, and I just think that it starts trending upwards for him right now. And
did you like his Sexland experience?
Who was highly touted?
Colin Sexton was.
Ah, right. Okay.
Do you like the Sexland experience?
I just don't think. What's that?
The Sexland experience in Cleveland. Did you like it? Did you not think that Darius Garland carried Colin Sexton?
I didn't really pay much attention to it, if I'm being honest. I just know that that the perception on Colin Sexton is that at the moment is that he's not much top, but I just think he's got a much better chance of him developing into that player in Utah than he did in Cleveland. Like I said, sometimes that changes.
I will give you that. I will give you that.
I'm just really disappointed that Utah traded Rudy Gay, because Colin Sexton and Rudy Gay were a combo.
You facetious motherfucker.
No, well, there's that classic photo of the blokes from a medal festival or something in Australia. One's got the Rudy Gay jersey, the other one's got a Kevin Love jersey. So it says go.
Do you know, Hammo, do you want to know the funny thing about that photo? I coached those two kids in under 18s football.
I never lived it down.
Portland. By the way, for those that don't know, obviously one of those guys at a music festival had a gay singlet and one had a love singlet and stood next to each other. Anyway, Boyd,
Portland. I've got a hot take on Portland. I think Jeremy Grant gets traded this season by the deadline. After the Dame deal, I reckon Dame will get traded before the deadline, as we all do. But I think Jeremy Grant
2K thinks so.
I think Jeremy Grant does as well, and I think they go into some sort of they push their rebuild along around Scoot. They actually just signed someone today, and I can't fucking for the life of me remember it, but it just made me think, oh, Jeremy Grant, maybe they are. Oh,
Kevin Knox.
Kevin Knox. Yeah, so look, he's a wing in the Jeremy Grant. He's a
potato. He's a potato. That's what he is.
He's a young player that still has not lived up to where he was supposed to get to, and they're going to try. And they're going to try and
prepare Mr. Potato image for next week, Gav.
They're obviously going to try and make him hit that potential in their system. So, look, I think, I think that they're going to be a lot worse. I think they're going to be a lot worse, but a bright future because I'm digging fucking all the Scoot stuff.
Yes, Coda. They did just re-sign Jeremy Grant.
Yes.
Okay, so Boyd, you're from bottom up out of the Northwest Division, the Kanye Division. Do you want to talk through these as they pop up? Can you see them?
I'd love to.
Just for the record, Boyd actually has a fucking laptop. We established this week in a group chat that he literally has a work laptop that has a functioning camera and a functioning CPU that can run everything, but he continues to do this shit on his iPhone, or he can't read a fucking thing.
So, Boyd,
tell me I'm wrong, fucko.
Boyd, where do you have Portland finished?
It looks like 14th.
Correct.
Yes.
Utah.
It's like he's guessing. He's like,
10th.
Yes, I got it right.
10th.
Yes, Minnesota.
7th.
Oklahoma City.
6 because it's directly above it.
And Denver.
3rd.
Very nicely done.
Fucking
well done, Fuggo.
Thank God.
All right.
Nate, take us through.
Now, Boyd, I want to remind you, you have free reign to shit on me. I gave you permission because in the spreadsheet that I sent Gav, I didn't have the predicted wins in a separate column. I just sent him my wins and losses for this season, and I had the wins losses from last year in a separate column right off the right. So I was reading my spreadsheet that I've got in front of me, looking at the screen.
Nate actually did it properly and sent me shit.
Yeah, I did it. I went through fucking proper. And I wasn't drinking. I did it completely fucking sober this time. So there's no going to be Washington, Indiana fucking conversations like the last several pods where I completely I got
before you go ahead, well played, cheesy nuts.
Except he's not buying Duracell. He's going down to Bunnings and buying the Viracell.
Come on. All right, no, take us through.
All right. Look, I have Denver getting worse, not just because of drop-offs, but my comments that I sent through where they had the year, they'll still slip a little overall. You look at the Bucks when they beat us, they didn't come back. They didn't win it again. They didn't do 2 in a row. It's really, really hard to do it 2 years in a row. And I think, and I've said it before, everything that Denver did last season, they built up to achieving. And I don't think it's a repeat. So I think they drop, and I predicted 48, which isn't a massive drop from what they lost last year. But it's, you know, it drops them below where I think we're going to achieve. Now, Minnesota, my comment is why I've got them up here. My comment is they have to be better. They just have to be. The way the roster was constructed, you can forgive 1 year, but they can't change it. This is the roster. They have to be better. They have to coexist better. And Anthony Edwards, when he comes back from FIBA, hopefully he learned a little lesson about how basketball actually works, where he just doesn't have to be the star. So he is still my MVP of this team, and I don't think anybody would disagree with that. The three guys they've got absolutely can be this good and possibly better. The only reason I have OKC under them, because when I looked at my wins projection, I looked at OKC, and I actually had OKC with more wins projected than the Timberwolves. So I went back and I looked at it because I'm not Hammo or Boyd. Apologies, but had to say it. I just, in the back of my mind, all I had was OKC finishing fifth. I don't have them with a home court advantage during the playoffs this year. It's their first year being a really respectable team in contention. So I kind of adjusted my wins on this one to put the Timberwolves ahead of them just because I didn't have OKC finishing with a home court advantage for the playoffs. We go further down and we get a little bit. I think Utah fucking fall off. They had an amazing start to last season and then tapered off from like 1/3, a little, maybe not even halfway, but a little bit after 1/3. They just fell off. They were shit. And the amazing start they had collapsed. And I don't think if you look at the construct of their team, they've got anything to assume that they do better. So I've got them dropping. On that note, though, of my comment, which I sent through, Gav, which I don't know if anybody else did because you haven't published them, but I'm on Walker Kessler watch. So Lowry and Collins in the big man position could be fun. That's a really good pickup as far as no one else wanted the salary. They had the ability to absorb the salary. Nice. But I'm on the Walker Kessler progression. So Hammo was talking before about playing progression, and Walker Kessler for me is the one where I think, okay, these big guys, we know they take a little while. So, but it's not enough this season. So they're falling. And Portland, we just don't know what's going to happen with Dame. So I did my East predictions with Dame in, right? And that's why I had the Heat so low. But even if they got Dame, they still got nothing left on their roster. And then we look at the West. If like Portland finished shit with Dame last year, they rested him a lot, right? They knew where they were. They're just like, oh, fuck it. And this season, I just don't think it gets any better. Scoot is going to take a year to find his position, and it's going to take him a while to be told this is your team. And who knows what happens? Like even Boy, when you put it with Jeremy Grant, you know, what happens with all these other pieces around this team? Like everyone, if this team shifts off Dame, everyone's job is in the air. So I just think that team completely falls.
Fair enough.
And as you can see, my team MVP, I've hedged my bet because who stays with the team? Like if Dame stays with the team, it's Dame. If he doesn't, it's definitely Scoot.
Well, like that clip you put up the other day in the chat or whatever it was, according to 2K, he's already playing for Miami.
No, that wasn't me.
That wasn't you. Okay, someone put up the clip, and that was hilarious.
This is a good question though, guys. Before we do move on to Hammo and Mines, do you think Portland sits Dame?
Fuck, if it gets to that point, he's gone. Because he is not the guy that wants to sit. He wants to play. And if the organization he committed himself to forces him to do something he doesn't want to, that's it. That's the end of the relationship.
That leaves a real bad taste in your mouth, doesn't it?
Boyd, what's your thoughts? Do they
Thoughts
sit
on
him?
what?
Do you think Portland sits him?
Who are we talking about? Jeremy Grant?
Dame Lillard.
An idiot.
Dame Lillard? Yeah, I think they do.
Boyd, you are the weakest link.
You actually think Portland will sit Dame until they trade him?
Yeah, I think it'll all hinge on Dame's next sort of sit down with him, and if he gets pushy with his trade demand or not. But yeah, look, I think look, it's more likely that he does play, but I think I'd like to see them make him sit until they get an offer. Just
so it's more you'd like to see that they force Dame to sit. Yeah.
I just want to see that. I'm tired. I'm fucking over hearing about all these fucking players, wearing fucking fat suits, wearing fucking saying, "Oh, I refuse to fucking play for this fucking manager, or I refuse to play for this fucking team. I demand a trade." Cunt, fucking, you're getting paid millions of fucking dollars. You just be very fucking lucky. Feel fortunate that you're not fucking cleaning toilets as well. You fuckers, just go out and fucking do your job. You wanks.
See, I don't question for a second. I don't question for a second that Dame would play regardless. I don't believe Dame is the kind of player that would sit. If he sits, it's because he's been told to, and that's going to create unrest. It will piss him off.
He's a businessman when it comes down to it, whether it's been the way he's handled his professional career or the way that he handles his music. You know what I mean? And he's not going to tarnish his image or diminish his trade value by not playing games.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. It's Dame will play because it's Dame. And he's just going to sit there and go, it's 100%. I just don't not play. That's just the way Dame is. Where I think Boyd's point was, I think Boyd's point though isn't that he doesn't think Dame will go, fuck it, I'm not going to play. It's more that he wants you, and correct me if I'm wrong, Boyd, you want Portland to go, you know what? If you want to trade, mate, we're just not going to play it.
Yeah, something like that. Just to no, and it's more so, hey, if you want to go public and say we can only trade you to one team to fuck everything up, fuck up all your value, and stunt the amount of fucking offers we get from other teams with good assets. If you're going to be fucking pulling that shit, you just fucking sit, mate, until someone fucking wisens up and gives us something that you're fucking worth.
Fair enough, but Boyd, you're still sitting there in a fucking Roosters jersey, so it's hard to believe you.
The Roosters are going to be the premiers of the best footy brand
with their
in the world.
2 fucking converted try win in their last game.
Won't even get past the Storm. Nate, watch it. Tell us about where you have the Kanye division teams finishing.
Like I said, I projected the entire West out before I sent you this, so that way it made a lot more sense than what I sent you. Fucking.
Oh no, everyone has now. Everyone has now.
Yeah, but for the East Conference, we did it section by section.
Boyd sent it to me about 2 hours ago, but yes.
Look, I think Denver finished second. Oh, we're going.
Whoa, we're going backwards. We're going
backwards. All right. Yeah, I think Portland fall. I mean, they finished pretty bad last year, and nothing's got better. Nothing's got better. I don't think they're going to be in the play-in. I honestly don't think they want to be in the play-in, to be honest with you. Yeah, Utah at 12. Nah. That's the most Australian thing to say on this team. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah.
And then you got to go up a fair way to OKC. Now, when you talk about OKC versus Minnesota, I have these guys interchangeable for their 4 and 5 position. I don't know if you want to progress the slide there, bro, but I have these guys interchangeable with these positions. I sat them this way, like I pointed out, because of the youth of OKC, I just can't give them the nod on a home court advantage through the playoffs. And I really do believe that the Timberwolves aren't given an option but to succeed with the current roster. They spent their money last year. They constructed the roster. They've got fucking 3 fucking all-stars on the team. Make it fucking work. That's my opinion on Minnesota. So that's where I've got them position 4 and 5. And, of course, Denver, they don't hold the 1 spot next year. It has to be us. I mean, early on, I said, Phoenix, I don't care whether we finish 1 or 2 as long as we finish 1 or 2. I just don't see Denver beating us this year. With the moves we've made, with the depth on our second unit, with the height, with the shooting, versus Denver didn't improve anything. We improved fucking everything. They didn't improve anything. So they have to be 2. And we'll get to the Pacific Division another day where you see that I put the Suns in 3. Completely not true.
That is not true. Hammo, talk to me.
No, you just gave me chills, man.
I'm going to go all LA Knight on this.
Yeah.
Hammo, yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
All right.
Bring that back.
Portland. Yeah. No. Yeah, no, yeah.
Suck my nuggets.
Look, Portland are just, I don't know what's going on there, man. Don't know if they're tanking. I just think there's just too much dissension amongst the ranks. They're going to be worse, not knowing what's going on with Lillard. Knox is young, but like you said, he's a potato. They haven't done a lot, you know. So I think the younger fella Simmons. I don't know how to fucking say his name.
Simons.
Think he's going to be
Simons.
probably their standout player.
So this, like, I agreed with everything I saw in here, Hammo. Sorry for fucking jumping in because I know this is
you're
your
right, bro.
I agree with everything you've put up there because I said
Let me
OKC and
talk
Minnesota
to you.
are interchangeable. But when we come to these MVPs, how the fuck do you think Anthony Simmons is the MVP? Please just defend it. I'm curious as fuck.
Now,
He was just about to.
these no, he's right. These were done a couple of weeks back. These submissions were sent in, so we haven't.
Well,
I haven't
yours
really
was,
updated
Hammo.
them. Mine
Yours
was, yeah.
Hammo.
He was the first one
Um,
in. Hammo was the first
the
one
other-
in this time.
The
other two
further
were
and further
fucking
we go
useless.
down, the problems with Dame Lillard and the team seem to come on more and more prudent, more and more known publicly.
Pronounced.
Pronounced. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think someone like Anthony is in a perfect position to show what he's got in a team that's on fire in terms of dumpster fire, not good fire.
Love it.
So I think it's I don't know, man. I don't know the bloke, but I'm just thinking if it's me and I'm looking around, the whole team's going to shit. It's like, okay, step up. Don't have to be a leader, but show the way. Step up, do the best that you can do, and rise above the pile of shit that you're surrounded by. So
Hey,
Mate, I'm not shitting on you. I'm not disagreeing.
no,
completely.
please.
I had Scoot down because I think he's the future face of the franchise and he's actually ready to roll. So I'm just curious on why you think Anthony will overperform on Scoot for an MVP of the team.
To be
I
quite
think-
honest,
I
I'm
think-
very not familiar with Scoot's game. I honestly not familiar with a lot of people from this year's draft. It was one of them years because we had nothing to fucking do with it. I just didn't look that far into it. I don't know even a lot about Wemby, to be honest. Just that he looks fucking weird. But
That he does.
I've heard a lot about Scoot, but I haven't seen a lot of his games, so I can't make a informed decision on that. So based with
I
the
like it.
information that I had, that's why I went with Anthony, because I figured he has the best chance to really just step up.
I like it, mate.
You tried to butt in like 5 fucking times there, boy. And that's all you got.
I can only be honest. I'm not going to sit here and talk about Scoot's game when I don't know who the fuck he is. I could walk past him in the street and just say, fuck that cunt still.
And let's face it, we're talking about what you and I both projected as the worst team in this division. So who gives a
Yeah, I
shit?
just don't see any cohesion in that city, in that team whatsoever. But yeah, moving on to Utah. Same sort of thing, man. I don't think they've really done a lot. They had a lot of weird acquisitions last year where they got Westbrook and then traded him on, as soon as possible and this and that. I just don't see Utah being what it was a couple of years ago. Since they lost Gobert, I think they sort of went downhill. They lost a lot of their defense and so forth.
Donovan
So
Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell as well. But yeah, it's that I don't know. They went into rebuild, but they just went into more like a disappearing act. It's like, oh, that team's still around. Oh, okay, sweet. Minnesota,
Talk to me.
yeah, talk to you. Fuck, man. They talking about Portland being a dumpster fire. Like, how can you have that much talent and still have punch ups on your own fucking bench? You know what I mean? Like, Cat could have been anything when he came out. He really could have. Gobert was on his way to being one of the greatest defensive players of a generation. Not going to say of all time, but of a generation. until he couldn't defend against fucking COVID and ruin the entire NBA for the next few seasons to come. Yeah, I'm not seeing Minnesota, man. They're just fucked. They're just fucked in the
why
face.
have you got them neutral though?
Because I don't want to think about them if they're good or better or not. I mean, probably the only reason I probably went neutral is they've had that little bit longer of time to hopefully gel in the off season. That'd be the only reason, man, that I've gone neutral. Just because.
Mate, I'm with you, Hammo. I had them neutral when I was doing my initial look at it, and then I thought about the team. And it was my comments that moved me to better. They have to be better.
They definitely have to be. Just
better.
Doesn't mean they will be, you know. But see, even the next one, OKC, I'd honestly, if I had the chance, I'd change that status because
it should be better.
I think there's definitely going to be better. I think the experience that the team has had, especially younger guys like Josh Giddey in the FIBA Championship, the World Cup, I think that is going to benefit the Oklahoma City Thunder a lot this coming season. The young team, been together a few years now, solid core. I think they're going to have a good run this year. So I wish I would be able to change that one to better. Denver Nuggets. We'll make this quick because I'm rambling too long.
Actually, no. Fuck it. Go back. Okay, see, let's talk about it. They didn't succeed last year with 40 wins. That's how tough the West was.
Yes.
And now we've got them projecting with the same kind of amount of wins and ending up in the middle of the conference. And I'm the same with you, man. I projected OKC with more wins, and then I looked at where it sat in a ladder. I'm like, I don't think they finished there in the ladder, though. So, like, how tight is the fucking ladder? They finished with 40. I've got them finishing with 42 or interchangeable with the Timberwolves at 43. And to reproduce what they did last year and win an extra 2 games with a better roster puts them literally 2-3 spots higher. That's a hard one, and I think they're going to be the most fun team to watch.
It's a very much a positional juxtaposition, if you know what I mean. Like they're right there, and it could go either way.
Yeah.
But I think they and obviously Kevin Durant, when he come in, man, I was a massive fan of Kevin Durant, so I watched a lot of Thunder games. You mentioned before about home court and that. Oklahoma fans, they are massive basketball fans, and they are fucking loud. They are some of the loudest fans going out there, dude. So I think they, with the backing of the city and the fans behind them, they could really make a run for some things in the future. They really could, as long as they can stay healthy. But that's every team. Denver, going back to what Boyd said and sort of changing it up a little bit. They're the team to beat in the NBA. They are the world champions, the NBA champions. And that's the team that you need to beat to win the championship. So I think a lot of teams this off season, have had a really good look at what they're doing, how they're going to be playing the game, how to attack teams like the Warriors, like the Nuggets. And I think that teams may have worked it out. I mean, there's a reason we're going for length. There's only 2 teams that really give us a little bit of trouble.
That's got nothing to do with the comment about your wife earlier, right? With the black cunt.
No. Don't worry. She's well taken. She's very well taken care of, mate. Don't you worry about that. But I
I've only
think
got small penis, Hammo. Mine's only small.
You're proof that size doesn't matter with the amount of kids you've got.
Yeah, I accidentally put it all on Snapchat one day on my story when I was trying to send something to my missus, and it was a very proud photo. And so I've got no shame anymore. Everyone's already seen it. By the way, the Nuggets, I don't think they're going to have as many wins as last year. I think teams will work them out. I think Jokic is going to get beat up a fair bit. And the loss of Brown, can't remember his first name now, but Brown Jr., Bruce Brown Jr. I think that's going to hurt a little bit. I think it will, but I just don't see him winning as many games as last year. I think they're going to get beat up a fair bit, especially Jokic, and yeah, it's going to be an awesome season. So where have you got me sitting those guys in the conference there, Gav?
You tell me, Hammo.
And Gav, come back to Voider's comment after we finish with this
Will do.
the Western predictions, because this is a good comment.
All right, so I've got the Blazers finishing in 14th. I then have the Utah Jazz finishing in 12th. Moving up, I have the Wolves finishing in 11th. Bit of a jump. We'll take the Thunder at the 9th, but I think they are going to be a sneaky for the play-in. And then we have Denver finishing first.
What the fuck?
Hang on. Just because they finish first doesn't mean that they will be a better team for us. I think we will be strategic in where we place ourselves in the standings for when it comes playoff time.
I agreed with everything you've said up until this. This is just...
That's fine. That's fine.
I was going to go take a piss because I thought I had nothing else to add, but I kind of want to stay here and argue now.
No, well, I mean, I don't see the need with the team that we have, the depth that we have. I don't see what's the point in coming first. What, home court advantage?
You want home court advantage over Denver 100%.
Of course you do.
You do not want to start a series up there in Denver.
Hopefully someone else can take Denver out for us.
What, so you have someone else in number 1 and us in number 2, then Denver in 3?
I have Suns in 2. I'm not going to go through them now because that's going to be for the upcoming pods. Yeah. All right, go back to Voider's comment.
Yeah, go, Nate.
Oh, I think it's a really good observation, right? Last year, the difference, like the whole introduction of the play-in, somehow all the rankings shrunk and everything was close. But to John's point, like years ago, there was a big gap. And I mean, I don't see last year as a pure anomaly. I'm looking at all this wins, losses, and I'm trying to apply them to everything in the West. I'm like, fuck, I think it's still tight. I think everything from pretty much 12, 13 down is the only exclusions. And I think everything from, 13, 12 up is a play-in chance. So I'm of the opinion we get a second year of what we saw last year. I mean, fucking Lakers were a play-in team, and they came through and they beat the Warriors and got all the way past us. And then they were a shit team. They still are a shit team. They're full of shit cunts.
Okay.
Boy, are you awake? Just for the record.
That's fair.
All right, so I'm going to run through mine quickly. I've got Denver finishing first in this division, 50 wins. Jokic, well, they had 53 last year. I think they're a worse team without, and Hammo mentioned it before, without Bruce Brown, without Jeff Green. I don't think they've added much. And the thing that annoys me about the Nuggets is they call him Christian Braun, and his name is, or Christian Brown, and his name is Braun. Minnesota, I've got them better. I'm going to use Nate's little tie-in here. I think there's teams in the West that will be better with similar wins because the West is tougher this year. So I think that the Timberwolves will win 44, and Edwards, he's the main guy there. OKC, 40 wins. I've got them better, even though they won 40 last year. I think they'll win 40 again. But because the West is tougher, I think that's a much better mark. Utah, they're going to be bottom half, probably won't make the play-in. And Portland are going to be much worse. I actually think they'll tank. Danny Ainge, well, they're just, going to struggle. Western Conference predictions, I think Portland will be the worst team in the West. Utah will finish 12th, just outside. OKC in the play-in, even with 40. Minnesota with 44. That's how tight I think 6th to 10th will be. And Denver in second.
Interesting.
No, looks pretty good.
Talk to
So
me
you
about
got
OKC.
the- you got-
Sorry?
Talk to me about OKC. So you've got with the same amount of wins, even though they're a significantly better team. Player progression, the add of Chet Holmgren, they're a better team, and you've got them as better with the same amount of wins based on what you said about Western Conference
It's a tougher
difficulty.
conference. He said that
Like,
as well.
like, shut up, Boyd. I just said that in light of a tougher Western Conference.
So Western
You still got
Conference
them finishing
teams play-
10th. You still got them in the play-in,
Western,
which is worse
Western
than last year.
Conference teams play each other 4 times. I think the top end of the Western
Times 3.
Conference is going to be much tougher. So therefore, I think they'll get into the play-in, but the teams at the top end of the Western Conference are going to be much better this year. Which
All right,
will
I'm going to jump forward on you and make you say something you don't want to do for like 3 more episodes. Do you think OKC can come out of the play-in into the playoffs?
I do.
Okay.
Because of the young guys they have, come the back end of the season, some of the teams I have listed higher up are going to start to fall away come the playoffs.
The reason I asked that is because my big call when we get to the whole conference thing is I'll do a bracket, and I'm not going to have OKC sitting at 10, but if they were, I would have absolutely have them coming out of the play-in into the actual bracket.
No, that's fair. That's fair, and I think they will.
So what's your point, John? What's your fucking point? Look at the amount we drink on this pod. Don't just fucking throw me stats without a point. I love you, bro, but fuck. Know your audience.
This ain't Dave King at me, Daddy.
I think it's going to be the Western Conference is going to be very, very exciting this year, and the whole thing is that basically anyone who makes the playoffs, including the play-in, is going to be an absolute chance come playoffs. It is going to be a very, very, very exciting Western Conference this year.
It's going to be good.
Sort of to John's point just there, but also what you were saying, Gav. When I did this, I looked at total wins and losses for each conference, and my total wins for the East, albeit with a really gay Washington Wizards prediction. I had 643 wins coming out of the East, and I had 588 wins coming out of the West, but the West being a stronger conference. So that just goes to show you that because you've got to get your wins in the stronger conference, it's going to be less of them.
Yeah. Yeah, which I absolutely agree with. All right. This has gone way too long. Shag, marry, kill.
Oh, shit.
Shag, marry, kill. I'll even put this up. You forgot
about this week.
I got a tough one. For you. Would you shag, marry, or kill Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, or Bradley Beal?
Relevant. Okay, I'm good.
For those on audio, there is a lot of thinking going on right now. Nate, you said you're good. So
yeah.
Who would you shag? Who would you marry? Who would you kill? KD, Book, or Beal?
I'm going to marry Book because I'm all good with being a house bitch. You want to go out, you want to be the alpha male, you want to fucking earn all the money, and I'll sit home and just enjoy my fucking life. I'm good with that. By process of elimination, I'm going to shag KD. Not really sure why. The logistics of how that's going to fucking work are odd. So maybe by the awkwardness of how the fuck I actually get up there means it doesn't actually go in, means I'm not gay. So that's a good cancellation, which leaves I've got to kill Bill because, well, you're the last one at the table, bro. So fuck you.
Boyd.
All right, I'll marry Book. Because I don't want to fuck him. That's disrespect. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I want him around for a long time with my team. So yeah, I'll marry Book.
So if you fuck him, he won't be.
He's not going to get down the court quite as fluent as he currently is. That's for fucking sure. I tell you, there'll be a bit of a crab walk happening.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
You're kidding yourself,
You
mate.
just said you had a little dick and 17 children. Fuck.
But it goes like a fucking rabbit, man. It fucking it fucking gets it.
Boyd's giving it a bit of
facts.
Boyd's giving it a bit of. I'll give him the best 12 inches of his life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nice.
I don't think I could get to 12. If I'm being honest, being brutally honest. I think look, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to root Beal.
Ooh.
I'm going to root Beal.
Is that just because you overpaid for him on fantasy this week?
Dude, I'm very excited for Beal at the moment. I traded Darius Garland to so everyone knows I traded Garland to Hammo for Bradley Beal this week.
Put it in perspective. I already had KD and Bol in the Suns.
I'm going to shoot KD, and purely because he's at the twilight of his career. Beal has an extra 5 years on him. So look, I just feel like if I just shoot him, that way I'm not shooting Beal, and we can keep Beal around for a bit longer. KD, we save some salary cap. Like he's got the highest number on his deal at the moment.
We save salary cap.
We can save some salary cap, and we extend our window by keeping Beal around, a younger Beal. So this is what I'm doing. I don't really want to root anyone on the Suns because it's a respect thing, and I just found that really hard. I'm not gonna delve into how.
What about the Mercury?
Root him?
What about the fact that you took tax time?
That might be next week.
You
That might be Wednesday nights. I might throw up a couple of the Mercury.
There's no
fights.
kills on that one. It's just shag and marry everything.
I love that you brought tax time into consideration when you're going to stick your dick in something. That's some forethought right there, bro. So fuck, I'm
Every
gonna
now
pay
and
for
again,
this.
Boyd's a thinker.
Come the end of July, is this going to work in my benefit?
Can I claim a
Yeah,
deduction
maybe.
on this?
Yeah.
Or do I need an ointment?
Hammo.
Yeah, look, I'm killing Beal because it's pretty much the same thing Nate said. It's like, shut up too late, mate. Should have been here 2 years ago. I'm going to shag KD, and that's a process of elimination thing because, I mean, look at Book, dude. He's got the style. He's got the
You're gonna kill Devin Booker?
No, I'm going to kill
No.
Beal.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
the
to
same ones
marry
I do.
Devin Booker.
Okay.
Going to marry Devin Booker because look at him, man. Look at his style. Look at the cars. Takes care of his dogs. He's a good human. So I'm going to marry him and take advantage of his cars.
I mean, if you're ever going to go
and
gay
his
for
good
someone,
human
it's not
nature.
a bad choice, right?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
So yeah, shag KD, and I can't believe you said KD's in his twilight
Yes,
years.
Coda. Yes, Coda.
Wow.
Yes, Coda. I agree wholeheartedly.
I think Nate agrees, Coda.
Sophie Cunningham. Oh, damn.
Gav, what do you got?
Yeah, no,
Talk to me.
I'm marrying Bradley Beal because he seems like a nice guy. Seems like
Page out of Boyd's book.
He's
Is he a
committed.
nice guy?
He's committed. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
I'm going to marry him. I'm going to shag Book because Book just looks like a. Well, let's be honest. There's no long relationship there. Ask Kendall. Ask Kendall. That ain't happening. There's no marriage, long relationship there. And
Not
I'm
to
going to
her.
shoot KD. I'm going to shoot KD because he's a
A
sniper.
divorce settlement would be amazing, though.
Oh, you're going to shoot KD because he's a sniper.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh wait, Boyd's
Oh,
gone
look
to
out.
vomit.
Well, he honestly has. Boyd hasn't contributed much for the last fucking 45 minutes or more, so it's not really gonna change the impact of this pod.
I think you've upset him. You've been way too mean to him.
think it's the
Check
fact
out,
that
he's
I
got his
showed up
undies
ready.
hanging in the background.
I think it's the
Since
fact
he
that me and
moved,
Nate showed up ready to talk and not just listen.
We can't reveal. He thinks it's too hot. He'll never last in the kitchen. That's probably fair.
for everyone that's on YouTube though, let's just have a look at the background there, because Boyd's the only one that refused to use a background. He likes to brag that he's got weights and he bench presses.
He's got the
But
body.
now all he's got is his shitty Roosters jerseys and his underwear hanging up on all of his weights. Talk about a prop. Come on, dude. Just get a background. You've got a laptop. Use it.
Can't hear you, boy.
No, we can't hear you, mate.
You're on mute, as you should be. Dickhead.
This is real life, motherfucker. This is how we do here in Kalanga, north of
How
Brisbane.
we roll.
All right. We're
We're losing control. We're losing control.
Questions without notice. Hammo, what does your ideal day look like? Meals included.
Ooh. Geez.
Normal question.
You asked me this a month ago, it would have been completely different. So I recently purchased a Harley Davidson. It's the first bike I've ever owned. I'm only a learner, not ashamed to admit that. So I'm proudly displaying my L plate. So honestly, a day like today, man, it's probably about 19, 20 degrees here in beautiful Shell Harbour, New South Wales. Very little wind. I was able to just chuck a flannel on and my leather vest and just get out there and have a beautiful ride. I was almost late for the pod because I just lost track of time. Meal included. Oh, man. Geez. I like anything hot. I'm not really a cold food kind of person, whether it's, a burger, chicken burger, snitty burger, hamburger, fish and chips, fucking kebab, anything hot, man. Unless it's a stinking hot day, then it's just some prawns and a salad. But yeah, that's a beautiful day for me, man. Just when there's no Suns on, when there's no basketball, just wake up, get out there, enjoy the sunshine. There's nothing better. Haven't found anything better in my life than riding that bike, and there is just nothing else going on except what's in front of you and the sound. There's nothing but pure freedom and peace.
Mate, to your prawns point, fucking Sunday lunch, rolling down to Reef at the gasworks in Brisbane, getting some fresh king prawns and a bottle of fucking Chardonnay, and then just great times. Can't do that here.
We get the prawns, get a nice summer salad with some pineapple and stuff in there, and nice little mango sauce. Perfect.
Boyd,
My perfect day is, a perfect day.
Normal day or perfect day?
No, perfect day. It's not a fucking normal day. Mate, I'd love just to wake up and not have a fucking, both my babies at the moment wake up crying because they want to be cuddled and looked after. If I were just nice and they just sort of walked up and just had a snuggle on the couch, I can just fucking catch up on my Twitter feed and just the news in the morning, real old cunt shit. Just a nice and the kids do their chores without me having to fucking tell them once, twice, and then fucking third time yell at them. If they've done their chores like they're supposed to do, if some bacon and eggs on a sanger, a bacon and egg sanger for breakfast.
Nice.
Something light for lunch. Maybe some Jats crackers with some cheese and salami, and a little bit of this chili jam that I've got at the moment. I like the spicy shit. And maybe some prawns. Oh, fucking some tartare sauce or Thousand Island sauce.
I'm getting hungry now.
Prawns in the afternoon with a beer, a bevy. And for dinner, get me some KFC, some Colonel Sanders, the spicy wings, Wicked Wings. I think they're called Wicked Wings. Man, they're fucking good.
Tower burger.
That's what.
Yeah.
Fucking give me the Wicked Wings for dinner. Just a whole fucking plate of them, and I'll be good.
Nice.
And then just let's watch a family movie. Let's just chill out, and then go to bed at a respectable time. I'll wake up fresh. birthday.
Nice.
No.
That's very beautiful.
Well, I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon of my usual weekends that I miss most, because I don't have a standard weekend yet. Even after a year in Singapore, I haven't fucking worked out other than wake up stupid early because I've got to record this shit, and then just drink a bit and go to the pub, and then worry about fucking Monday because that's boring. But what I miss most about my old weekends was waking up early, whether it's a Saturday or Sunday, going out the rifle range at QMRC or the sporting shooting clays at Brisbane, and either shooting clays or rifle targets, then coming back and going to, like I said, Reef and having prawns and Chardonnay for lunch. And then I'd fuck off to either a Lions game or a Bullets game, depending on what time the season was. Fuck, man, those were the best. And many times you get to shoot, eat, drink, and then go fucking watch live sports. Those were the best days, and I miss them.
Nice. Lay it on us, Gav.
I think you've all missed a treat. My ideal day is wake up in the morning with a fucking splitting hangover, because I'd been out the night before celebrating the first Phoenix Suns championship. I go out, catch up with a few of our Suns fans friends.
We're talking
over
about
there.
shit that's actually happened.
Shut the fuck up, mate. This is my ideal day.
Nothing
The
wrong with
question
being a
was,
dreamer.
what was your ideal day?
Fucking imaginary.
It's my ideal day. I'm waking up in the morning, splitting hangover, going to go and catch up with a few people. We're ready to head out into downtown Phoenix for the fucking parade. I'm going to sit there with all the guys. So says Jay, Darth Voider, the PHNX guy. We're all going to be in the street. We're going to fucking run amok. We're going to be drinking cans on the street, watching the parade. I'm going to wake up, enjoy that with a splitting hangover, have my first beer at 9:30 in the morning, head out for lunch, watch the parade, run amok all day, head back to Voider's joint, and he mentioned
Play with his turtle.
We're going to sit on his back porch. We're going to slam beers. We're going to sing Billy Joel. We're just going to fucking embrace the fact that the Phoenix Suns are the – oh, hold on. Oh, mate, that was a fucking runner dude, the Olympic dude. We're going to embrace the fact – we're going to embrace the fact that the Phoenix Suns are world champions on the back deck of Voiders, drinking beers. You guys are all going to be there except Boyd, because
he's too busy spending $20 on shoes.
Probably won't be.
I'm going to hang out with Voiders Turtle. We're gonna eat fucking wings and pizza and whatever else we decide to spend our money on, because fuck it, the Suns are champions. And the sun's going to go down, and I'm still going to be Voiders. And the next day, I'll still be Voiders, and we're just going to run amok for a week.
Yeah, can I come join? I really like that idea.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about ideal days and not just the ones I miss.
The question was your ideal day. That's my ideal day. Celebrating the Suns title.
I don't retract mine. I had my ideal day, and I used to love it.
Voider's ideal day is a day where his wife lets him put it in her butt.
Fucking hell, John.
Coda Kid followed up with
watch.
Coda Kid followed up with the comment, the very next comment, running butt ass naked down Phoenix downtown when we win.
Hope you don't look like John's wife.
That's it. I was going to say.
Hey, at least he waited till we won. Cunts over here in the cricket, not over here in Australia. They just do it because the cricket's actually on.
All right, gents. If you had to pick one American football team to follow, who would it be?
I've got an American football team.
All right, Nate. Hammo, throw it out.
Yeah, go on.
Hammo first. Go.
Carolina Panthers, man, keep pounding.
My ideal is also the day Voider's wife lets me put it in her butt.
Can we just step back for a second and realize how much this might be hurting Lissy? Like, Lissy, please just honestly don't tune in for the rest
Oh,
of the
that's
podcast.
right. It's his
bro.
sister,
Just
isn't
don't.
it?
Yeah, it's his sister. Just don't. All right. You have my permission. Please don't watch. I'm very sorry this is happening to you.
Boyd, which American football team did you follow and why?
Cardinals, because they're in Phoenix, and I go for the Suns. I don't
My
know.
man.
I don't fucking I don't really like NFL footy.
You have to get on the cards, mate.
Yeah, so I was just
Nate-
get on the cards.
Yeah, I'm with Boyd. I fucking hate NFL.
Oh,
I
it's
went-
an amazing sport.
I was
man.
in Nashville, and all I wanted to do was go tailgating, and I actually got given a ticket to the game, and I went, oh, so I went to the game and I watched the Tennessee Titans play, and they suck bad. They suck so bad, and the game went for 4.5 hours. The whole time I'm sitting there in the bleachers watching this game, all I wanted to do was walk back downstairs and go tailgating. So I'm kind of with Boyd. Like, I don't fucking care.
How good?
I can't.
How good is tailgating?
I don't know. I didn't get to fucking do it because I got a free ticket to the game, and I thought, oh, I'll just go watch the game. And
Tailgating? I fucking hate
Tailgating. Tailgating is the fucking greatest. Just
it's
quietly.
not what you think, Boyd. It's not what you think. It's barbecues on the back of your ute in a fucking parking lot instead of watching football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's literally a whole bunch of people that don't go to the game that just pay for parking, cook barbecues on the back of their utes, and drink a lot
And
of fucking
sing
piss.
Sweet Caroline.
And they bring out
by-
TVs.
by
And they
Neil
watch the
Diamond.
game on TVs from their fucking ute anyway. But but to go the actual game, I mean, I'll say the Tennessee Titans because it's the only team I've watched and ever backed. And I did it once. I don't plan on doing it often or ever again. But yeah.
Oh, you're missing out. I started really following NFL after I was over there. I went and watched the Patriots and the Jets, and Tom Brady was fucking phenomenal. So I started following the Pats. Just because of that. Then Brady went to Tampa Bay, and I went, well, if I go back to the US, I'm pretty much going to spend most of my time in Phoenix. Brady's gone. I'm going to follow the Cardinals. And since then, the Cardinals have turned to shit. But
And sports boring as fuck. Gav, we like AFL. It's not us.
Dude, it is
Honestly,
it is exciting, man.
I'm
Boyd
telling
full
you
of
right
shit.
now.
Boyd
I'm
full of
telling
shit
you right
footy.
now. I went and watched 5 NBA games while I was over there at that time, and 1 NFL game. And the NFL game experience was way better than NBA. Way
Fuck
better.
off.
Even
Way
just over here, like the local stuff we do down here for Super Bowl, man, on a Monday here. It's the one day I ask for work off. It's
That's
the only
understandable.
day.
The party. It's a
I
party.
just
We're a
love-
party. We're a
No,
party
it's
Aussie.
just an awesome game, dude. Once you get to understand it, I know it's not for everyone. It's not.
Well,
but
it's basically
it's an
we've had
awesome
one
game.
One game of the season opener week this week. It was the Chiefs and the Lions. Lions got up.
13-12.
Cracking game. Tomorrow, I'll be sitting there from 4 a.m. tomorrow watching NFL games.
So when you say season
I like
opener,
the
are you referring to Voider's ideal day?
I have no idea.
Don't gloss
I'm a
over.
bit- I'm a
No,
bit
don't
lost
gloss
right
over. Don't gloss over. Just move on.
now. All right. Who do you guys predict will be Frank Vogel's quirks that will frustrate the fuck out of us as fans? A la Monty Williams playing Landry Shamet.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, my biggest problem with it is he came from LA. Like, I just don't know what bullshit to expect. Frankie Vogue's fucking cutaway here that Boyd did that gives us all hope and it's all fun. But this is a good
cutaway is
question.
that?
These little jukebox fucking sing along.
Not familiar.
I'm worried about what he thinks worked in LA that he brings to Phoenix, because clearly nothing worked in LA when he was there.
Okay,
really.
so who's the player on the current roster that Vogel's going to play similar to Monty and Shamet, where you go, why the fuck does this guy keep
Get him
putting
off
him
the
in?
fucking
I actually
court.
don't know if I can pick a player in that instance because everyone's talking about him being a big man's coach. And I actually like the big men we've got on this roster. So I don't think it's going to be a big man issue. So I'm reluctant to actually name a player that would
I'll
be
name a
the
player.
Shamet of this season.
So will I. Boyd,
Yeah, I don't know if really any quirks. I think I will be
Actually, not bad, for John. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Look, if it's someone like because there's an affinity there for bigs. If it's just him fucking going down the same road with the same backup bigs if they're not working and not adjusting, if I dare say, like if it is bowl, if it's bowl because he likes his the way he plays drop defense, but he's doing everything fucking else shithouse, and he just keeps on ramming home with that. Like we saw it with Shamet, how Monty just kept on fucking investing in him all season. If Vogel does something similar with the bigs, that's just fucking that we can quite easily see that no fucking let's start fucking with Metu or someone like that, or let's move more this direction. But he just keeps on fucking going. I think it's going to be it'll be as annoying as fuck if it's that same sort of affinity, but with a big like Bowl.
hey, mate.
I think Boyd. If fucking Vogel does something with Metu at center, that's going to piss me.
No. Oh, look.
Given our other option,
Metu's the goat. He's the goat.
We don't know what's going
Don't
on.
pick on.
Not at center. He's a downsized center.
Leave Chemezi alone.
If what fucking Boyd says and Vogel uses Metu as our fucking center, given our lineup, I'm going to be pissy.
No, we're talking about a quirk, and I just see and we referenced something in the light of Shamet, but I just don't think that he's going to be like that from a guard standpoint because we're really sorted there. I think it's more.
I do.
It's more likely that
We're
it is
sorted
with a
from
big.
guards, really? Name one point guard on our team.
You'll see shortly. You'll see shortly. Hammo.
I'll give you two because we're talking about two different scenarios so far. If it's a big, yes, it is going to be Bowl. I think he's just going to chuck him in there for the I don't know, whatever he thinks he's going to do. He's not a bad player, man. Don't get me wrong. But the one that's going to piss me off is if Coda Kid said it, Damien Lee, whatever his name is. It seemed to be every time he'd come in last season or recently when Monty was playing him, so I was like, all right, sweet, we're going to come in, we're going to bang some threes. All he did was come in and get fouled every time he'd try and get the ball. If he gets sent in there and just keeps racking up fouls, like when it's not his job, that's going to piss me off.
The Bowl thing is interesting, though, because we've all been like last man on the team, going to play small minutes, but
I'm expecting 10 minutes a game out of him. I really am.
Even now, though, you bump back to our conversation earlier about 2K24. Fuck, they've still got Bowl pretty high. He's higher on the rotation than
He shouldn't be.
all of the other bigs in 2K.
He's the worst perimeter defender in the entire league.
Well, someone with that height and wingspan should be sitting out on the fucking perimeter the whole time. Anyway.
Jeez, is there stats to back that up, Boyd? Because that seems a little bit unbelievable.
He is. No, and there is. Yes, there is.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
I think he's in the what? How does the percentile work? Is it not 98's a bad one, or is it 2% is a bad one? Yeah, he's on the fucking bad end of it, in the bottom 2% or some shit like that.
Fair enough.
As far as perimeter defenders go, so we will go
Let's
from
hope
having
he doesn't get put on a switch and just stays under the basket.
That's it. We'll go from having this.
All right. It's my turn.
Please, Gavin.
This late night love
If
dedications with
If
Gavin.
this motherfucker gets obsessed with Jordan Goodwin, like Suns fans got obsessed
change your
with
mind,
Aaron Holiday.
You're fucking the audio. You're fucking the audio up completely. Come on.
If this motherfucker gets obsessed with Jordan Goodwin, like Suns fans got obsessed with Aaron Holiday, there's a reason these fuckers are at the back end of the bench.
I'm already obsessed with Jordan.
Jordan Goodwin is the only point guard on this team.
No, he's not.
He's not a good one. I'm just saying he's the only one.
No, just no. We have built this team to go completely against position basketball.
Here we go.
Jordan Goodwin is Aaron Holiday. He is a back end of the bench guy. Oh,
Love Aaron Holiday. Right up there. So, yeah, right in the mold of Javon Carter, Aaron Holiday, Jordan
Kelly
Goodwin.
Oubre. Yeah, let's
no.
bring them all back. Let's bring them all back.
We're talking point guards, bro.
I really hope Jordan
Hmm.
Goodwin comes in, does some good shit. But if fucking Frank Vogel gets a hard on for Jordan Goodwin and he's fucking shit, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
I'm there for it. Fucking
Your
there.
description of positionless basketball for the reasoning of this aside, I fully agree with your comment. This guy shall not get Shamet minutes. Shamet shouldn't have got Shamet minutes.
All right. Are you surprised that the likes of Dwight Howard can't get a job, but Ish Wainwright can? No,
That's
not
a
at
Joel
all.
one. That's Joel. Is that Joel? Is that fucking Joel?
that is
I fucking
Joel.
knew.
No, it's not. It's Fallen Founder.
So, all right.
Been
So,
listening to Joel too much.
Mr. Founder, we
See
love
one
you,
of them
sir.
ones in the chat that was going on about Dwight Howard all the fucking time? How he should be
No,
on the
it's mostly Fallen Founder. It's straight.
I'm gonna
let
say
Nate
this
talk.
I'm gonna say this from a culture point of view. You want an Ish Wainwright, you get someone that adapts to your culture and benefits the team. You get someone with Dwight Howard, you got someone that brings their own culture and expects the team to bend to the culture they bring. That's where I stand on that one.
Boy,
What the fuck did you ask, Joel? Fuck off.
I don't rate Dwight Howard, so I'm quite happy with that Ish Wainwright being there fucking 100 times out of 100 over Dwight Howard.
Might be controversial. Dwight Howard is a much better player than Ish Wainwright probably ever will be. However, I'm extremely disappointed with Dwight in general because I think he let his ego get to his head and he could have been a much more dominant force than what he actually was. There's a reason he's playing in fucking China or Kazakhstan or wherever the fuck he's playing. But he was, as many centers and power forwards before him, he was meant to be the next big thing, and he wasn't.
Well, he was.
Well, he wasn't as good as he should have been.
He had years left in him in the NBA if he was a different fucking
If he
person.
wasn't a fuckwit.
Yeah.
And he was a fuckwit.
Joel,
Not getting into his personal life, just the
Oh,
professional
fuck no.
shit.
No. Just move off, Joel.
Just the
Fuck this.
professional shit.
No,
Joel,
no more questions from Joel.
Joel, we love you, Joel, but you're a fuckhead.
He was awesome when he was with us, bro. That whole thing, that whole movement was fucking killer. It was really good fun, but it's over.
For those on
Honestly,
audio, that was another Kelly Oubre fucking reference, which is why we dismissed
Dwight-
it extremely quickly.
Dwight was a fucking. Oh, look, let's be honest. The debate about Dwight being top 75 or whatever the fuck, he actually should have been in that conversation.
Absolutely.
But when it comes to right now and the way this roster's built, I'm not surprised that we've got Ish Wainwright way ahead of Dwight Howard. I'm not.
And we've already got 4
I
centers.
don't think Dwight's personality would have worked on our team anyway.
Would you rather someone who is great at
Are we
steals?
still doing questions? We're 1
Yes.
hour and 55 minutes.
Shut up. Shut up. Well, you're delaying this. Would you rather someone who's great at steals or someone who's great at blocks? No.
It depends who else is on the team. So at the moment, we're loaded with blocks. So I would love some steals. As the roster's currently constructed, we have so many players, like just Eubanks and Bol alone from blocking capability. I'd love some extra steals.
Boy,
Yeah, for mine, it's definitely steals. The whole blocking thing, you could be a player that is a great blocker, but be like a who was that guy that fucking racked him up a few years ago? He was getting fucking, you got like 10 in the game. Whiteside, is it Hassan Whiteside?
damn.
Hassan
And where is he now? And where is he now?
But they become block chasers, and it just fucks everything up. They're not where they should be. They fucking, they get pumped all the time. If you get a steal, your team's running. You likely got a bucket at the end of it. There's just too much shit that can go wrong if you're just a block hungry fucking center. And yeah, I don't like too many fouls. Just there's too many bad things that come with that type of player. If it came in an organic way within the defense, the way that the defense is constructed, fine, either or. But yeah, no, give me steals.
Hammo.
Yeah, I mean the steals you take because it's not only is it a better chance of actually turning it into something, whereas a block you could block it and send it straight back to your opponent waiting on the 3-point line. But the steals, I think, is more of a mental breakdown as well. I think it's more of a fuck you to the opposition. Like, yeah, blocks look great and the crowd's ooh and ah and that. But if you consistently take the ball off someone when they're just trying to bring it up the court or trying to drive, whatever it is, that's a much more mental breakdown, dude. So I'd be taking steals every day of the week.
Yep, I'm steals because you end up with the ball. Blocks,
There you go.
really don't.
Let's just have a beer and a fucking flog and get this fucking thing done with.
Well, we've got a couple more questions.
Nobody's fucking listening now. 2 hours. If you go to the gym and
we've
you're
still
listening to
got
this on a
people
pod,
on
no
time.
one's fucking listening to this now.
All right. If a current Phoenix Sun was running for political office, who do you think would be the best?
Oh, easy.
Now, Nate, I know you're political, so go.
Fuck yeah, Booker. This dude is calculated from the second he stepped onto this team, even as an 18-year-old or 19, whatever it was, he was a rookie as fuck. Even from the second he stepped onto this team to right now, this dude is calculated as fuck. He controls his environment. He is neutral as shit with his expressions. This dude is a politician through and through.
Boyd,
Ish Wainwright. I think he's Ish Wainwright. I think for sure. I think he's
because he bends over and does what he's fucking told. What?
Well, no. I just know.
It's
just
also
saying.
a political quality. Look at Australian politics right now.
Book hasn't. Books are, I don't know. Wainwright just comes across as I don't know, just a real genuine person. And I look at politics.
Genuine person in politics. Right.
Fucking hell,
Yeah.
Boyd. Fuck
and
me.
that's
And
exactly
this
what's
is
up.
why Boyd didn't go first, because he knows nothing
Oi.
about politics.
I
just
don't-
votes.
I don't
He just
vote.
votes.
I don't vote. But if
You
if
don't,
I
you don't
was
even
to vote,
It's fucking
It's fucking mandatory.
it's mandatory in Australia.
yeah, I go down to the voting fucking polls and I do an absentee vote
You absentee
vote
vote in
every
person.
year.
So
You
you vote.
absentee in person.
I throw my vote away every single year. I go down there and I wait in line for a fucking
Donkey vote.
an hour, and then I just put no, I don't want to vote.
I've never
absentee.
heard anybody say they absentee vote in person.
That's not absentee. That's a donkey vote.
Whatever you fucking want to call it, because I don't trust any of the cunts either side. They're all fucking
Good
liars.
reason
mate.
at the moment.
They're all fucking liars.
Hammo.
I gotta mute myself. Fucking hell.
May I have the question again, please, just for verification.
If a current Phoenix Sun was running for political office, who do you think would be the best?
Okay, so it doesn't say player, and I'd have to agree with Coda Kid, Matt Ishbia. This guy has walked in and said what he was going to do and done it. So no reason not to.
Politicians do what they say.
No, not at all. Not disillusional about that at all. But
How's your Prime
this
Minister
guy-
working out, Gav?
Dominating, mate.
This
Better
guy's
than,
walked
better
in,
than those
said what he
liberal
was going to do,
scumbags.
filled his cabinet with the right people, and is ready to lead into the new era, the new future. So yeah, 100% Ishbia.
I'm going KD because if anyone fucked with him, he'd like start a burner and just fucking spray them.
Russia has now entered the chat.
Have you ever seen a quokka in its natural habitat, Nate?
I have not, no. Because you only see it in Perth, and every time I go to Perth, it's just work or
Sorry.
Optus Stadium.
What was that one, Gav? I missed it.
Have you ever seen a quokka in its natural habitat?
No. Didn't even know crockers were around Australia.
You fucking idiot. Get on Tinder.
Mate?
Look, I've been to.
Every third bitch has a picture with a quokka on Tinder.
I love animals, man. I love zoos, so I'm sure I've seen them. I tend to go more towards the Komodo dragons at every zoo I go to, but yeah, I'm sure I've seen a quokka.
A zoo is not their natural habitat, mate.
Oh, sorry, natural habitat. No, well, I mean, fuck, they don't show up here at Shell Harbour knocking on the door with a six-pack saying, "What's up, bro?"
They only show up in fucking Perth.
Oh, well, then no.
The answer's no.
Sorry to waste your time.
To the viewers out there, you guys can throw comments in, but the question is to the viewers: can anyone set up a GoFundMe page so that Hammo, Nate, and Boyd can meet up with Gavin in Phoenix, have some beers, and catch some games?
I don't need to go fund me. I've already done it twice with Gav.
My job does not allow me to take time off.
Okay, here's an important question, though. I don't think we've answered this properly on the show. Is there a right or wrong way to eat Vegemite?
Yes.
Or do we just
chuck it
throw
in
it
the
on
bin.
with some toast?
No, there's
No, you
absolutely
throw
right
it in
or
the
wrong
bin.
way.
Nate, what is the right way to eat Vegemite?
Sparingly. Sparingly.
That's
You
your answer.
smear it sparingly. You do not coat it on like it's fucking chocolate. You use it sparingly, and with the butter, it's amazing.
So go.
It has to be involved with
detail,
butter.
detail,
It has to be
detail.
involved with butter. You have to lay your butter
Talk
down.
about
The
how.
butter can be a thick spread. You can have a lot of that oily fucking butter dripping over the bread. Better if it's a thick slice. None of this fucking thin fucking sandwich shit. Thick slice toast, thick coat of fucking oily dripping butter, and then a sparingly spread of Vegemite. And then if you want to get fancy, you just dribble some Parmesan on top. That shit is amazing.
I don't know about the last part. Boyd,
Yeah. So, butter or margarine? I use margarine.
Fuck off with your margarine.
no, I'm with you,
Margarine.
Boyd. I'm with you,
Margarine
Boyd.
all day, every day, sparingly.
Butter.
Just put the fucking butters. Unless you buy the expensive fucking spreadable butter,
Lurpak.
it's a fucking it's fucking hard.
I
What'd you
paid
say?
$12 for fucking
And now a word
250
from our
grams in
sponsors.
Singapore, and I still buy it because I have to have that Lurpak.
Imagine we crack that. Our first sponsor is going to be fucking Lurpak butter.
Yeah. So some as Nate said, thick toast bread, and yeah, and just a little bit of Vegemite on top. Right. Let the marge melt a little bit, but not fully melt, and then just fucking go to work. Fuck yeah.
And the Parmesan.
Hammo.
No.
No,
Look,
Parmesan.
I'm hearing.
Fuck's wrong with
I'm
you?
hearing a lot of different
Shredded Parmesan on top is just great.
How about us
Well,
like Vegemite?
recipes
No,
for Vegemite, but I think the best one is you pick it up, you open it, you take a good smell, then you close it and you throw it as far the fuck away from you as you can.
Fucking un-Australian.
It is the most
Fuck you.
horrible fucking thing.
No, you're
I've
the
ever
most horrible
tasted.
thing.
Possibly, I've been called a lot worse, but no, I'm
You're
sorry.
the most
No.
un-Australian thing on this fucking pod.
Yes, I am, and I'm quite happy to
People-
roll with that.
People,
No,
toast your bread
Vegemite's
lightly.
fucked.
Lightly, not the bread needs to be toasted lightly.
Needs to be thick.
Spread your margarine.
Fuck margarine.
Thick
Got no
margarine.
flavour. Margarine has no flavour. Butter has
Then
flavour.
Vegemite.
Butter.
Then Vegemite sparingly. Nate was right.
Sparingly is right.
To the point where you almost scrape the top of the bread. And you have gaps.
You find those little pockets where you're like, oh, it's a little dark.
Yes.
You drag it somewhere else. You
Drag
drag it
it,
across the other side of the
drag
toast.
It's a lot of effort to taste like you're fucking eating a muddy
No,
boot.
it really isn't. It
Well,
really
look,
isn't.
We'd
It
open
really
this
isn't.
fucking pod by talking about eating ass, and I think this is a much better option. Silence. All right.
I'll do
Are
some
we got
research and
beer
I'll
in the
get
box?
back to
First
you.
radio silence of 2 hours and 5 minutes
I
worth
would
of.
kill everyone in this room for a drop of sweet beer.
So, Homer, please feel free to tell us anything.
Nate, who do you want to have a beer with?
Cut me off twice, cunt.
I know.
Twice. All right. So, does it have to be basketball relevant?
No.
No.
Who do you
Good.
want to have a beer with?
So I will throw a mention to Tyson Chandler for her. I posted in our Aussie Suns Fans chat group where he said that Booker was the best player on the roster above him and everybody else on the roster. So I love Tyson Chandler. I literally bought his jersey in the old black thing. I loved it. But
Now,
if I'm really
whoa. Can we stop? How long after you bought his jersey was he traded Lee?
Oh no, I think he saw 2 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think yeah. No, it's a new record for me buying someone's jersey. I think they lasted 2 years.
I bought a Dragon Gorich jersey. Sorry. Yeah.
Still got it
him.
wrong. Yeah.
And it he got traded 2 days later.
But
Mate,
if it doesn't have to be basketball relevant, it has to be Chris Fagan. Because the Lions last
Still
night,
going, mate.
the Lions last night,
come on,
with their
Lions. Bring me $1,000.
mate, with their win over Port Adelaide, and we struggle with Port. Over the last 20 years, we've always struggled with Port. And last night, we fucking handled those motherfuckers. It was a 48-point win. And that gives us a week break straight through the next round of semifinals where we'll play. I think it's the winner of the Demons and fuck, I can't even remember. It's the Demons and somebody. Is it Carlton? No, Demons and Carlton. Yeah, it is Demons and Carlton. So yeah, I want to have a beer with Fags because that's an achievement on the year we've had, which was up and down, to finish number 2. To win the first preliminary final against a team that stole our 4th in a row premiership from us, and then go through without Daniel Rich in the lineup, who just announced his retirement, who's been our second best defender for years. I think I want to be with fucking Chris Fagan.
Boy,
I want to have a beer with the fucking Justin. So says Jay. Fanning the Flames.
So original. Oh man, every week it's so original.
What are you talking about, mate? Oh, I didn't even listen to yours because you're fucking the cunt. You want to have a beer with all shit all the time. So
Says the guy in a Roosters jersey, he's bench pressing to try and fit into.
hey, Again, it's the same guy whinging because it's gone over 2 hours, and you've brought up my fucking Roosters singlet fucking 5 times and had a little rant about it. Fuck me dead. Oh. Anyway, I want to have. Justin said some really, really kind words on the Twitter this week, so I want to have a beer with him, man. He made me feel really good. He made me feel really good, and I like that.
You like nice guys.
I want to be with him forever.
I want to be with nice guys. So you're gonna, hey Gav, you're gonna have to do an independent marry, shag, kill, and throw Justin, independent of any other associations, into that lineup, just so we can hear Boyd actually say out loud, "I want to marry Justin."
Well, there goes another 20 seconds. Nate, you can whinge about that again soon. Thanks for your input. On to the next.
Hammo.
Yeah, look, I'd like to explain it after I get to say it, but this week I'd love to have a beer with Dan Duarte.
So with you fanboys, fuck.
No.
I'm
Well,
a fan, always have been.
everything that Dan and Flex have done, Coast to Coast podcast, has always been a favourite of mine, and I'm sure there's no hate there, but I just kind of feel bad for Dan because he was legit at least 50% of that pod, and Flex has progressed to the next stage of his career, which I'm very happy for Flex and for PHNX. But I just feel like Dan might be sort of getting left behind a little bit, and I don't want him to feel that way because he was a major contributor to
If you'd
that
met
card.
Dan, you wouldn't be saying that.
Pretty sure.
If you met
I
Dan,
love Dan. I love
Dan's
Dan.
fine with it. Dan's going to
love
shit on
Dan.
anybody he wants, and he's going to keep doing it, which is going to keep him from progressing, and he's okay
Because
with
it's
it.
brought to you by Buffalo Trace. Unofficially, of course.
He's still doing the Coast to Coast podcast with Flex, and he's still doing Fan the Flames. You don't have to feel bad.
Once every 7 weeks.
No, I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for him. If that was the narrative, I want
He
him to
fucking
make sure
left
it's
our
not the
chat
case.
again. He left our chat.
Yeah, well, he's
again.
got more
He
important
did,
shit
and
to
he
do,
fucking-
man.
Motherfucker.
No, fuck you, Dan. I take it personally. Every time that cunt leaves the chat, I take it personally. Fuck you, mate. Come back in the chat and listen to that shit.
So that's not what I want to say to you, Dan. I'd like to have a
I
beer with you.
fucking love you, Boyd.
Oh, fuck. Come on, Gav.
We have a milestone coming up. So my beer this week is with the Suns Jam guys, the PHNX guys. Suns Jam was 500 shows.
Yep.
PHNX 2 years. Congratulations to both those. We have our 100th episode coming up next weekend. It's pretty cool that there's this much Suns content out there.
amazing.
We're gonna have a release of more Suns content in a couple of weeks. I want to have a beer with all of the Suns podcasters.
Yeah, because every time we've done it so far, they've been the most magic fucking afternoons, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, you and
The
I have had a
kindred
couple.
spirits.
You've had a little more on your own, and Boyd helped me have drinks with Justin and Dave and Dan early on. These guys that we've actually had the privilege of having beers with, they have been fucking
And
great
getting to know. And Boyd introduces to us to all of them. But like the stuff
I would
that
not have
Boyd
met
did
Justin
helped
or
us
Dan without Boyd.
without Boyd.
Hey,
But
guys,
Boyd
here's
hasn't
something.
been there
Yeah.
yet. But
100% Boyd.
Here's something. If we break this episode up, we can just celebrate the two and do like mini pods and release them. We can do our 200th episode fucking in 2 weeks' time. Fuck.
You sound
You're
like
not
me,
having
bro.
fun. You're not
You
having
sound
a
like
good
me,
time.
mate. All of a sudden, Boyd sounds like Nate.
Let's
Cut
get
me
the
shit
flog
for
of the week.
45 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Let's get the flog of the week.
Time for the flog of the week, and trust me, they are ugly, very unattractive. Google their face when you're done here.
Boyd, you can go first.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
flog cunt.
All right. I had one, and now I got two. Fucking. All right. First flog of the week. My most fucking floggity fucking flog. He's the flog of the fucking decade, maybe the century. It's Gavin fucking Spawley. And his
Oh,
fucking.
wow. I wouldn't have seen that coming.
No.
Fucking
Okay.
Spawley. Jesus.
You are a cock.
Gavin Spawley. And he's
That's
fucking,
not my name. That's not my name.
well, it's what I'm calling you, Mr. Spawley. You're a fucking flog at the moment with the way you've fucking carried on your man Karening about the fucking divisions and Excel spreadsheets and this shit. It's fucking done my head in. You're a fucking flog. The other flog
Stat
is
me,
the guy,
Dave.
is the guy sitting next to you. Fucking
That's got to be me.
Nate.
It's got to be me. It's got to be me.
This guy, he's a fucking flog because he was whinging about this cunt going fucking 2 hours. Fucking whinging hard about it. I fucking hurry up. And he's the cunt that fucking wanted to talk for fucking 40 minutes about shoes and fucking basketball courts and the fucking tinting on the fucking trims
And OKC.
that fucking shit. And fucking OKC.
OKC. Deserved the time, though.
Fuck
I gotta
me.
pay it. I can't argue with his point of view here.
Why are you so mad, dude?
Oh, fucking.
It's the first
Did
time he's
you
had a
die?
fucking outburst, though. He's literally shit the bed right now. Like, this is the first time.
He's so mad. I love it.
Oh, fuck me.
I
Anyway,
love you, boy.
flogs. Cox.
I feel
Hello,
like I need to
who's
go
your
bite
plug
my
of the
ass again.
Oh, well, it's got to be Luka Doncic, doesn't it?
Why?
Comes out whinging about
Your
the
flog.
referees, you know, whinging about the referees and, oh, that wouldn't have been a call, this and that. Now he's come out and said, oh, I'm still dealing with a leg injury just before All-Star game. It's not okay, but I'm still going forward. Make up as much excuses as you want, bitch tits. You're really not. No.
Take away is hashtag bitch tits.
Bitch tits, man, or dick tits, whatever you want.
love
He's
it.
just a Slovenian
Love that,
fuck.
bro.
And yet, say, Luca. And seriously, mate, just concentrate on your game instead of concentrating on your excuses. Because if you put half as much effort in, you might actually be an okay ball player.
And his
Well,
team might be better if they had a second player.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Or one that doesn't walk off the edge of his flat earth.
It was the funniest thing when I was watching Slovenia win a game once, and I kept seeing Dragic pop up. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's Goran's brother.
Zoran.
Zoran.
He was the second best player on the team. Oh,
Gavin.
shit. Does that mean it's me?
Yeah, Nate. Who's
Oh,
your
Nate.
vlog?
I mean, I've got two flogs and they're both relevant to each other, USA and Canada. So the FIBA World Cup semis finished and USA lost to Germany and Canada lost to Serbia. So the two teams we had pinned to dominate and be in the final against each other both fucking lost. They both fucking lost to European teams. And I just think, suck a dick. You guys have to accept you guys are flogs because all Americans, and apologies if I offend any of our viewers, you guys think you're the best and you lost to Germany. And then all the other players that you like to claim that play in Canada lost to Serbia. So it's not a full flog. It's not a full flog. It's just a laugh. It's a laughable fucking notation. It's a.
Oh yeah, and Gavin.
Yes.
I've got another one for you. Flog.
Why not?
Ignoring me in the chats.
But you're
All
in
the
so
time.
many. Which one does he meant to pay attention to?
I think he's purposely ignoring me.
And for everyone on audio.
Rightio. That was a picture of Brian
Why would
Winkhorst
he?
showing
Why
how
would
big
he
his
do
dick
that?
was.
Why would he do that?
I think we
Oh,
might
dear.
actually be up to Boyd's new favorite part of the pod, which is the end.
Who's your flog, Gav?
My flog is anyone in America, especially national media, including this guy right here,
Okay, Brian Winhorse. All right.
Another picture of
who
Brian
thinks
Winkhorst.
that Austin Reeves
Austin
is
Reeves.
part of a big three. Dudes,
Did he sign with Ice Cube's league?
Austin Reeves.
No,
he
not Rivers. Not
he
Rivers.
goes
Austin
all right. He
Reeves.
does some good things sometimes. Against Germany, that entire team targeting him on defense. and it fucking cost you a game. The dude is fucking not that good. He is Alex Caruso version 2. He should shave his head, including getting a fucking razor, shaving it, putting a fucking headband on, looking like Elmer Fudd, and being a fucking spud.
Mate, because Gav, you know I work in the Philippines, and I was there a few weeks ago, and I played ball with a bunch of guys from the distributors because they got a basketball court on the roof, and we all hung out and had beers afterwards. And they're all stoked about FIBA because it's in Manila, right? All these teams are coming in. And this guy's seen the USA team bus, and he was the youngest guy I played against. He was probably the better guy on the court, to be honest. And he said, "Oh man, I saw the USA team bus, and I saw Austin Reeves in the window, and I was so excited." I'm like, "Why?" and like all the Filipinos were raving about Austin Reeves. And I'm just like, I was like, "Why?" I couldn't understand it. They seemingly had very good reasons, but I couldn't understand them. And I'm with you. I have the Lakers falling into the play-in because of it didn't add any depth. They just reappointed what they didn't want to lose.
I know. They got Gabe Vincent, the greatest point guard in the history of the game.
And Christian Wood.
So, guys,
actually, that's an interesting ad.
We are going again Wednesday night. We're going to wrap up the Southwest Division. Boyd's wrapped.
I'm just so
long as this.
I'm so glad that we have exhausted all possible talking points about courts, basketballs, and 2K24, and we don't have to talk about that Wednesday. Oh, fucking so good.
You forgot about shoes.
So we're going again Wednesday night. We're going to do Southwest Division.
Are we?
So
Yep.
so Boyd can speak about Luka Doncic.
Oh yes.
And then Saturday next week is our 100th episode. We have done 100 episodes, dudes. That's fucking chaos.
And we have never kept one to 45 minutes.
No. And we will have cut-ups of our early episodes where we talk about keeping it to 45 minutes.
See, for the first 2 years, that's going to be me. And now it's going to be Boyd's new trend.
So, yes.
Just 2 hours fucking do me good. Just fucking under 2 hours.
Well, normally
I've had
they're an hour.
questions that shit I had opinions about this week.
Normally it's an hour, and yeah.
No, it's never an hour. It's always an hour and a half. It's always an hour and a half.
It takes up like half of my day to listen to this while I'm working. It's beautiful.
Hey mate,
Makes
last
it go
comments.
quick. Last comments. Love you guys. Cannot wait for next Saturday. 100 episodes, guys. Please get involved. Mark it on your calendars. It's going to be a big celebration. We're going to have a lot of people. We want you all in the chat to be there to celebrate with us. So please, go ahead and get involved in. Fuck, man, 100 episodes. It's crazy from where we've come from, and you're going to see a bit of that next week. Where we started from to where we are now. It's a beautiful thing, man. It really is, and it's something I want to experience with all you guys. So please get involved next week.
Boyd,
thanks for listening.
Where do we find you?
At Fucko, at Buds83. Find me at Fucko. You got to find me. I'm not going to tell you which platform. At Buds83 on the Twitter. Grinder, you could be that. And thank you for fucking listening to this.
Thank you if you are still listening to this.
Nate.
Been good.
Hey, I want to shout out to Rennie who did this background for me. And if you're still listening, you still watch. We really need a new fucking logo because the old one from last season is now fucking redundant as hell and it's pixelated as fuck. So, Rennie, if you want to get back to your graphic artwork and come up with a new Aussie Suns Fans logo, shoot it through and I promise you Gav will at least use it once. Other than that, at Nicholas Falcon on the X, Twitter, whatever the fuck, and whatever.
Follow us at Aussie Suns Fans, Twitter, YouTube, all that sort of fun stuff. Hey, it went way too long today, but it was a laugh.
It was a fun.
It was definitely a fun. It might have even been 2 funs. It was that much fun.
We will absolutely see you guys on Wednesday and Saturday. Build up to 100 episodes. Thank you to all the guys that have sent us videos already to say thank you. It'll be a hell of a lot of fun. Make sure you join us. And Boyd?
We're not here to fuck spiders.
As Chris Paul gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long range.
P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.